Hashtag early bird is going to enter you to win some Dragon Shield sleeves courtesy of our sponsor, Dragon Shield. Get in early. Hashtag early bird. Reap the rewards of being here at the beginning. Jake, they invented an even newer, even cooler booster since we started the stream.
Oh, the play booster?
No, they made an even newer, even cooler booster since we started the stream.
Wait, you're not talking about the play booster that just came out?
They made an even cooler, even newer booster since we started the stream.
And it's happened specifically since we started the stream?
It's called the JAJAM is Live booster. Hashtag early bird is going to reward you for being here on time, homies. I'm running it very soon. Hashtag early bird. What's up, everybody?
Everybody, it is so nice to see you all this evening. Welcome to the day. Actually, the night.
Our outgoing monarch from last stream, Anthony F. Anthony F. All hail. The outgoing monarch.
Steve, you joined the Patreon? That's awesome, man.
Steve,
love
legend.
To hear it.
The
Everybody
mono
good?
red legend, Steve Wisey. Steve Wisey's been sending me pics, sending me deck lists of his Oher Axonil, the mono red damage increasing god from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Being like, you think this is gonna burn somebody down? And I'm like, oh yeah, dude, this is gonna burn somebody down.
I was actually just talking to Travis, and Travis was saying that he is loving the Goad deck, the Nelly Borka that you're super high on.
Dude, I'm telling you, I played it on Tuesday morning. That deck is fun, bro. It's weird.
Yeah, I saw. I didn't even know you did that stream.
Bro, it comes at you from a weird angle. You don't know really. I think that's why I like it, because people don't know how to play against it right now because it's so weird and so like an interesting angle coming at you. Hey, real quick, let me catch up on these. Pinch hit hero with the 420. First stream monarch of the night. All hail. Happy ATL pitchers and catchers report day. I see that you came here tonight to flirt with me. That's so nice of you on Valentine's Day. You came to make me smile, didn't you?
Happy ATL pitchers and catchers report day. Joel and I were just looking at our calendar, and it looks way more complicated than it needs to be because it's getting into like baseball season.
Look, I download the Atlanta Braves calendar and overlay it over my own calendar. Okay, so my days look very packed, but it's just some baseball shit. Okay.
It's just some baseball stuff going on. So is that just like
I got the signed Freddie Freeman jersey because I'm not a Fairweather fan. I got my World Series 2021 victory plaque, game worn, dirt, all kind of shit on this thing.
All kinds of shit.
Yeah, so I'm excited that pitchers and catchers reported today. Hey, all hail the first stream monarch. All hail. All hail. Pinch hit hero. Thank you very much.
Also outgoing stream monarch as well.
Yeah, I was trying to give it like a half a second of like king in the castle, king in the castle.
Anthony with the 5 says, I'm not ready to go. I have so much to rule for.
Anthony said, I will have this chair. All hail the new stream monarch. Crowns in chat. Let's see a crown or two. Let's support our monarchs.
A singular crown. I want to thank really quick all of our channel members that happen to be hanging out here. I'm going to start from the top and I'm going to go through them quickly. John, David, Jack, Paradox Legionnaire, Rob.
You're going to have to say Big PP at some point. I'm excited about this.
Oh, is Big PP here?
Oh, you're going to have to say it.
Trent, also Dirt Sleep, David, Hot Dice.
Good username.
Douglas Burns is also in the house.
One day we should do that. We should tier list our viewers' usernames.
Big PP is pretty good, man. What's up, Big PP? Big PP is honestly Here's the thing.
Somebody clip
I've met
Jake
Big
going,
PP, and
Big
he's
PP
the
is pretty
sweetest
good,
guy.
y'all.
He's the nicest. It's like, okay, it's an edgy username, but this dude is very sweet.
Self-report.
Okay. Right. That's fine. That's fine. The stream is demonetized. That's okay. These streams don't make any money anyway. We're just here for a good time.
We're here for y'all, chat. Happy Valentine's Day. Congratulations, or I'm sorry, on not having a date tonight. Jake and I will be your date tonight. We have got a battle in the throne room. I'll tell you.
We do.
The throne room is covered in blood, sir.
Yeah, everybody is killing each other. 420 guy is dead because of $5 guy, and now $5 guy is dead to T-Wolf.
It's a fight between 420 guy and 69 guy. What do we do?
This is all very good. This is all very good.
Hey,
I'm loving the memes.
This is how we like to start streams. We clip this and we send it to our sponsors and we say, look, this is what you can hope for and count on over at the JAJAM fam.
Alex, I'm drinking Pacifico with lime. And yes, it is cheap and it gets the job done.
T-Wolf, all hail. Let's get some.
Things have changed so much for me as a drinker.
Let's get some more lime. Let's get. Oh, dude, me too. Holy shit.
It's like dude.
Don't even get me started.
I love an IPA, but it makes me feel like I'm bloated and I'm like, holy shit, I'm like drunk, dude. I'll just be like, but I can have like 2 or 3 Pacificos and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm having a good time.
Gotten to the point where I can have 1 beer and the next morning I am hungover as shit. It's the worst. I hate it. But yeah, my journey with alcohol has been double Dutch with alcoholism, so it's been all over the place. It's a wild journey.
Yeah, there's this plant that people smoke. We're not going to talk about that. We got a great
what?
We got a great show planned this evening.
Hey, what'd you say? Everybody, let's thank our sponsors real fast. Channel sponsors over here. Card Conduit. Best place to go and sell your cards. TCG Player, the best place to buy them. Dragon Shield, protect them up. Oh my god, I got so distracted by the battle in the throne room. Coast Ghost, congratulations, winning the early bird Dragon Shield sleeves. Let's take a look real fast. We got some new
Matthew,
ones.
welcome to the Token Creatures. We appreciate you very much. Thank you for the support.
These are brand new. Coast Ghost, you want the yellow ones or the blue ones? DM me on Discord and say I'm Coast Ghost. I won the sleeves. I want the X ones, and this is my shipping address. Thank you for being here at the beginning of the stream. Dragon Shields. Thank you to our sponsor. Best way to protect your sleeves in Moxfield. Best way to list them on the internet. And introducing for the second week our brand new channel sponsor, MTG Stocks, the best way to track the prices of your cards over time. We have met with Arjun, the owner and creator over at MTG Stocks, a few times. Dopest dude. Really wants that website to be for the community, dude, and like that's very forefront. It was very obvious to us when we were having our conversation with them about would we be a good fit for each other. So go check out their premium subscription over there, see if it's right for you. We will talk more about our sponsors. I just want to
add this really quick about MTG Stocks. Is we were speaking with Arjun and he was saying that it's like 80% of the people come for 20% of what the site offers.
Right.
And so if you're somebody who really wants to dig in and learn more about like the price history of cards, and there's alerts that you can set yourself. There's all sorts of ways that you can engage with MTG Stocks other than just looking at the price history on the chart. It's funny, he wanted to make this site as a place for people to track the price of cards so that they could get the best price. He never expected it to become like a Stock Bros like kind of thing, but that's kind of, it comes with the name. But yeah, we'll talk more about them, and that is it's really great because everybody here knows that we've been using MTG Stocks forever. Their charts are just honestly supreme. I don't really know what else to go with.
Off the chain.
Really
that's off the chain. I'm reading off my slang for millennials on the internet.
Oh, off the chain.
Off the chain.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's have you ever seen that Key and Peele sketch? Oh my god, I can't even remember the phrase. It's a sketch and these guys are all hanging out and one of the guys says a phrase that is not, it sounds like it's some kind of slang term for really cool, like that was awesome, but it's not an actual phrase. And 2 of the guys are like, yes it is, and one guy's like, it's obviously not. it's a really funny sketch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like from that description, you can tell it's really funny.
The best thing about, and it kind of reminds me of like when someone's like,
oh my God,
after
chat
an
knows.
improv set, is when they're like, oh, I got to tell you about this improv scene I did. And you're like, oh yeah, that by the end of it, you're like, it sounds like improv.
That sounds like an improv scene.
That sounds like an improv scene.
Hell yeah. He sinks a shot in pool and he goes, I put the pussy on the chain wax. And the guy's like, what? He goes, I put the pussy on the chain wax, bro.
That's like, right.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Anyway, hey,
all right,
real quick, Italian lad.
Yeah, that is such a, dude. What a throwback, man.
Oh my God, Laney. What I like to do is take really funny sketches and then describe them as plainly as I possibly can.
I loved it.
Hey, Coast Ghost, make sure you message me about some Dragon Shields. Jake.
Big PP member for 1 month says, sorry, babe, JAJAM is my Valentine this year.
Sorry, babe. Matthew Held. Yeah, thank y'all for being in the Token Creatures. If you are a member of the Token Creatures, you do get our anthem. That's +1/+1. We also provide First Strike, Flying, Vigilance, and Lifelink, and Indestructible. But unfortunately, we have to sacrifice one of you at the beginning of each upkeep. So,
ooh, we don't want that.
When Jake is picking, look down or compliment his shoes.
I do love compliments of my shoes, and I've been using this nice moisturizer. So if you're like, Jake, your face looks nice today, it looks like,
I have seen people
that kind of
just survive their way through that choice from
There's
Jake
a few
many
things
times.
that you can do, and I fall to it every single time.
Yep.
I'm very easy to play, very easy.
Chat. Hey,
hi, Mark.
Look at this real fast. Jake, which one of these do you think?
Wait, you need to share your stream with me.
Okay, here you go.
You would never guess what I'm doing tonight. I want to tell you this.
Not wearing any pants and touching yourself here at the beginning of the stream.
One of those is correct, but I wasn't referencing either of those. No, I'm down key moments so that it's easy to provide chapters for anybody who might not have been here at the end.
And find shorts for you to cut.
I'm doing that as well.
We should get some kind of like, that stream deck you've got with the buttons on it. I bet that there is some sort of
I need to incorporate that when I have more space. More space on the bingo card. Oh my God.
Yeah, so I bet that there's some sort of app you can get where you can just tap a button and it'll like mark a moment for you. Anyway, all right, chat. You can only pick two. You can. I saw this on the internet today, and I wanted to share it with everybody. This is essentially me posting this on your Facebook wall, and people being like, "Bro, why is that person's name Jakey Joe?" Am I tripping out right now?
That's Hot Dice.
Hot Dice changed their name to Jakey Joe?
Hot Dice is the biggest Jakey Joe stan that exists. 100%.
Jakey Joe, you're making people change their usernames again.
Yes.
Oh my God,
you can only
dude.
pick 2 magical pills to take.
I like Justin B said 12 twice. Organized collection and find any card instantly.
I want that, but okay, the way that pill works though is like if you take the time, you don't have to take that pill.
That is true. That is a time saver pill.
That is a time saver pill.
It's like if one of these was you never have to sleep, that's automatically your choice for one of them, right?
You never have to eat.
Yeah, like any of that shit. But we're just talking magic stuff here.
I like to eat though.
People are really fond of 12. People are really fond of 8. Own a copy of every card in an organized collection and find any card instantly.
Own a copy of every card is pretty sick.
Wait, isn't 12 sort of redundant?
All right, I have to read them.
If you have an organized collection, you can find any card instantly.
You know what? I kind of want to like rank each of these.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Never have to mulligan. That's S tier.
That is
Easily.
S tier. I mean, that essentially is you were always gonna have 3 lands, and I mean, what does never have to mulligan mean? Are you always gonna have 3 lands?
Mulligan
like
means that your
turn 2, a
starter
turn 3, a
is
turn 4.
Always a playable. You always have a playable starter. Is how I take that.
So this is huge, because this means like your mana would be fixed. Are you 3 color
always
deck?
have a 7-card opener. Like, it's
So does it give you outs, or is it
it's pretty much insane.
Hand? Never have to mulligan could mean anything from it's playable. You have 2 of your 3 colors. You have a 1-drop and a 3-drop, but you don't have a 2-drop. If you're just trying to curve out hard. But it could also mean, constantly beautiful, perfect hands. I don't know.
Like perfect draws, like you stack the deck kind of thing. It's hard because, I would want to delve deeper into this and understand how number 1 works exactly in the intricacies of number 1.
We've got to ask Morpheus a few questions on that one.
Right. But for the sake of this exercise, let's just say never have to mulligan. I put that at S tier.
Top of the pile.
Top of the pile. Have a 20-card sideboard.
Boring.
It's boring. It's fine. It's like
not every format.
You have more outs, and
if you're just a commander player, it's irrelevant.
I would give it a B. I'm not going to say it's like terrible. Like if you're a tournament grinder, there's going to be some people that are like, you guys are fucking idiots.
Seriously. Well, you could have like a sideboard. Build a transformative deck. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But for the sake of this as commander players, I'll say this is like a B or a C.
Start with 80 life in commander.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't know why this one is on here.
It's honestly like no one would want to play with you. So from the standpoint of like this existing in pods and like having to discuss power level, everybody's always going to hate you. I would put this at like F tier or like poop tier.
Start with 8 cards.
What do you think of that one? Oh, we're moving on. You said start with 8 cards in hand.
Start with twice as much life is obviously just bottom of the barrel. Start with 8 cards in hand is a little bit better. I still feel like this is like 20-card sideboard. I feel like it's on the same tier there. A person
you want something that would
really
exist
take advantage
and
of this.
People don't know about it, right? You want something where it's like it's just the passive,
right? Like you don't never want it to face your worst matchups. That's pretty strong. This is a crazy one.
This is also like you're making money. So if you want to make money, 1 in 5, right? Never have to mulligan, never face your worst matchups. It seems like you're probably going to be winning some tournaments with that combo. Right?
Paulo Vito Dama de Rosa took those 2. I mean, it's like
right? Yeah.
With number 1, I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Never faced your worst matchups. So, am I also if I'm playing, deck 1A in the format, and they're playing deck 1B? Does that count as my worst matchup? Like the other top tier meta deck?
Or
so
like
I'm only ever gonna play.
It's like say you're playing scam before the nerf, right? So it's like you would just never go against the mirror easy.
Play 1 additional copy of legal cards. So 5 lightning bolts. I like the sound of that. I'm gonna go 5 lightning bolt, 5
I wonder how
bump in
much
the night, 5 lava spike, 5 play with 1 additional copy of legal cards.
You like that deck. I like that deck too. I love the line. That's a very I like to smoke cigarettes in between my games. I say this as a not cigarette smoker, but that's like,
of the 2 of us, I have many more years smoking cigarettes than you, even though I don't anymore. But yeah,
Goblin Grenade, David, yes, dude. Goblin Grenade comes to mind. Shit, dude. There are some implications of 5 of any one card. That's pretty nutty.
2 Soul Rings, 2 Smothering Tithes. It's like 55 burgers, 55 fries, 55. This is 2 Soul Rings, 2 Arcane Signets, 2 Command Towers, 2. This is ridiculous.
I would say that. I would say number 6. I would put that at A or S tier.
It's up there. It's up there for sure. It's above everything except for really never have to mulligan.
Never face.
I like 6 better than I like 5. but I like 1 better than I like 6.
Never face worse matchups. We didn't give that like a ranking. I would put that at A.
Yeah,
A.
It's
probably.
It's another one where I need to like figure out exactly what it means. Have perfect mana. I feel like
That's S tier.
fixes the only issue with the game.
Have perfect mana. Isn't that kind of like in accordance with never have to mulligan?
Yeah,
kind of like
see,
the
and
same
now
thing, right?
exactly. That's what I'm getting into is like, okay, so there we go. There's our answer. They're separate on the page, so we can't have.
Right.
We can't have. Number 1 is not going to include every single. It's not going to be perfect hand. It's just like, okay, I'm good. I'm never going to get all 7 cards as lands. I'm never even going to get 6 lands. I'm never going to get 6 non-lands. I'm always going to be like 2-3 lands. Own a copy of every card speaks for itself.
Pretty good.
Always be on the play.
I mean, own a copy of every card is like that also increases your net worth, right?
Yeah, I mean, you own a copy of every card. So does that mean Posty's got to turn over the 1 of 1?
I think this means that as an EDH player, I would put this at S tier. Like if you're a commander player,
Posty's gonna like smugly walk in the room, shrug,
be
and
like,
hand me
"Here
the
it
card.
is.
Here."
Take it.
Morpheus really got me with this one. What about always be on the play?
Again, this comes back to tournament grinders, but I would say, you know, in Commander as well, always be on the play.
Yeah,
what are your
crazy.
odds of winning if you go first? They're pretty good.
Lower
Like
in
you're
Commander,
doing a lot of stuff.
but in
I know
limited
that they're lower
and
in Commander, but
60 card
like,
format, this would be nuts.
Yeah, it's insane.
Always be
It's
on the play and never have
especially
to
if you're like
mulligan.
playing burn.
Oh my
like,
god, it's up there.
Yeah, it's A or S as well.
Can include 1 banned card in your deck. This is lower for me.
Shenanigans.
I don't know if this means like I can run 4 Black Lotus, or if it's I can put 1 copy of Black Lotus into my deck.
For me, I pass on this. This to me feels lower.
Always play with nice, fun, cool opponents.
I'll
I
give it a
already
C.
do, so I don't even need this pill. Ping.
Yeah, this is one of those as well where it's like if you take the time to curate,
Yeah,
you can avoid having to take this pill.
Right. That's
I
funny.
will say this: some of our early Commander times were kind of like, oh man, we would end the night in like kind of like a negative tone.
We were a bunch of very competitive people.
It was stupid. Looking back
We
on
still
it,
are very
it was like,
competitive, but I think we've just learned that I need to
Doesn't
spread
fucking
my
matter.
rage out over time so that my heart doesn't give out. But I can achieve like being mad all the
You
way
have
into
to-
my 70s.
That's right. You have to pick and choose where you give your fucks.
Right, exactly, 100%. I love that.
That's right. That's right.
Organized collection, find any card instantly speaks for itself. It's fucking top tier if you're on the collection side of things.
Yeah.
Control of
Being
the banned
able
and
to like
restricted
auto
list.
sort, like if I had a button on my desk that was like auto sort, and then I just like watch the cards like instantly go into their respective spots. That's pretty sweet.
I would wish
Pretty
that
sweet.
it was like a teleportation thing so they didn't have to like drag over each other and flip around and shit. I wouldn't want my
But if
cat
you're
to get
good
in the
with-
way.
Yeah, exactly.
Control of the
But
banned
if
and
you're good with
restricted list.
labeling,
Matt Corrales nailed
Yeah.
this. Control of the banned and restricted list. This is where you make money right here.
oh god,
Buy
that is the moneymaker,
every
isn't it?
Splinter Twin copy that you can on the internet and then unban it.
Have all of the listings already
13
listed and
Yeah, dude.
invisible, ready to go live.
Exactly. They're already packaged up. You just got to slap labels on the envelopes. There's already packs with 1 and packs with 4.
Okay, so here you go. You have that ability, Joel, but you can never do anything else to make money.
It cuts off
Would you
all
do
other revenue streams. No, that would just be the most asinine, annoying. They're like, oh, here comes Joel again. I wonder what he's gonna announce this time. And I'm like, Soul Ring unbanned. And they're like, it was banned 2 weeks. God damn it.
Oh my god.
I feel like I would just
Okay.
collapse the market. 13 is the word, yeah, scanning these. I feel like 13 is the hardest to just remain as impartial and ethical as you possibly can.
13
That's
is
the toughest
definitely like, I wish the color of these pills was kind of different, because that would be the one that's like
red.
Like red. Yeah.
Got little horns. It's got
14
got little
easy
pokies.
pass. 14 is easy pass for me.
14.
I mean, it would
easy pass. It'd be dope, and it would
actually,
save you. I mean, it would save us
it
like
would save money, and then you could just kind of travel all over the world.
those events are
Kind of
like
cool.
are
It is
like
kinda cool.
$2,000 for me and Jake to go to, all in, everything all in together. Maybe a little less.
If it's Amsterdam, a lot more.
If it's Amsterdam, it's gonna double. But
Yeah.
I mean, it would save us like $2,000, and we would go to way more events. But I mean, it's still just like travel time, and we can get some work done out in the field, but you know, at the end of the day, we got to be here. Design your own magic card. I feel like this would be a cool one, but I feel like this one would be, there's so many other better choices that if this was on there alongside, like, have a bowl of oatmeal, or like
This meant more
your
before the
toenails,
variant era
your
too.
toenails, you
It's
can
like,
just think and they'll be clipped.
I think that would be cool too. The toenail thing.
Would
That'd be fine.
would you rather design your own magic card, or have the ability to at will just have your toenails go back down to a comfortable length? And you know what? We're gonna throw in a little kicker. You can also make them. You can make them jut out from your toes about 3 inches at will as well.
That's kind of like
think
what was
Wolverine claws, but your toenails. Would you rather have that?
which character was that was like Wolverine except toenails?
Well, Lady Deathstrike was not toenails.
Isn't that?
No, Lady
What was it?
Deathstrike, they came out of her like it was her fingernails.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So there is a character like that.
Oh yeah, X-23 does have foot claws. That's right.
All right, so Joel, tell me your 2 here.
I think I
What
would
are
take
your
the,
2?
I would take the Wolverine toenails, and I would take the. No, I would say I'm looking at own a copy of every card. I really like that. And I'm assuming that if I own a copy of every card, I can start turning that into more money and have someone to organize my collection for me.
Yeah. I think mine are easy. 1 and 8.
Yeah.
1 is very hard for me to pass on because I fucking hate getting flooded and screwed. And
Right.
it doesn't say that that's not going to happen, but whenever I have to like mull and like go down to 5, that drives me crazy. So the fact that I could always start with like a perfect 7 is very appealing. Very appealing.
I honestly, along that line of thinking, Jake, like this one better, because having perfect mana,
yeah, it's kind of tomato, right?
Right, exactly. It just has so many.
You just know like you're never gonna flood.
Yeah,
you know
it's
you're
clearer.
never gonna get screwed.
It's clearer.
And then
like-
all the other shit is just, yeah, you're right. I probably should just go 7 and 8.
I think I'm on 7 and 8 with you, man. I really think I am.
Yeah, I don't really care about including a banned card. That's
No.
one of those things where people are gonna be like, "Are you fucking playing a Black Lotus?"
I'll be like,
And
I
I'm
took
like,
a pill one
Well,
time.
I'm the guy. I'm that guy that had the pill thing done.
Yeah, dude,
and
I
so
did the
you gotta
pill
just be
thing.
cool with it.
Chill, bro. I'm
Chill,
the pill
man.
guy.
I'm the guy who did the pill thing, and
Let's just
so
finish
I get
this,
to do.
and later
I'm
you
always
can come
on the
over
play.
and see my copy of every card.
Yeah, you can come over and see my copy of every card.
I'm the pill guy.
Yeah, I'm that guy that did
Bro.
the pill thing. Don't you know? That's
Bro,
why I wear this
chill,
shirt
I'm the
that
pill
says
guy.
I did the pill thing. So I always have
That
perfect
should
mana,
be down here in
and I
little
include
letters.
a band card in
It
my
all,
deck.
we'll give you a shirt to identify you.
Yeah.
I'm the pill guy.
Yeah, that's what we need. The pill guy. And the cops are like, let's go
Yeah.
check out that dude first.
Why do they both have big ass backpacks on? Hey guys,
Hey, what's up? Are you who?
are y'all the pill guy?
Oh,
Collectively,
yeah. It's like a
collectively we are
magic.
not.
It's a Magic the
It's a
Gathering
Magic the
thing.
Gathering thing. And then they're both like, oh,
That sounds like you guys are going to be doing something magical with all these pills. Yeah, I see where this goes.
I
This
see
gets
where
dark.
it goes. This stream is so demonetized.
What is the point of this stream?
7 and 8, I think. The point of this stream is to discuss this tweet right here.
Oh yeah, this is pretty crazy.
Our friend SBMTG
okay,
saying happy Valentine's Day. The game you've loved your entire life is becoming clown shit.
That's like an upgrade of clown shoes.
That is an upgrade of clown shoes for sure.
Yeah.
Chat, we have got a couple of things to discuss. Just a couple.
It is the Fortnite-ification of Magic the Gathering, which we've already seen happening. That's how the game works. There are multiple planes.
With literal Fortnite cards.
If ever there were a game for this kind of shit to exist, and there are Fortnite cards. You're right.
There are.
If ever there were a game with multiple planes and universes for this kind of shit to exist, it is Magic the Gathering.
Chat, there was an investor call with Chris Cox. We're not going to get into all of the details of it, but there were a few big things, a few things with large implications, I'll say, that were touched on. And this paragraph is the core of the discussion here. Chris Cox, CEO of Papa Hasbro over there, says regarding Universes Beyond, the first one's going to be Fallout, which will come in March. That won't be at the same scale or size, referring to Lord of the Rings, but we'll do better than what a typical Commander set would do. But starting in 2025, we're going to have 2 premier Universe Beyond sets as part of our mix. And we believe the brands that we will be shipping in 2025, which we know 25 is Final Fantasy and Marvel, will have the same kind of carrying power as the Lord of the Rings. The ones that we've announced will be in the front half of the year, and that's Final Fantasy, which is just a juggernaut in role-playing games. We've announced partnerships with a host of other brands, Marvel being one of the last ones that we talked about. There will be multiple sets associated with that, so just doubling down, double confirming that Marvel's going to be multiple sets. We can't get
blocks. Marvel weren't in such like the shitter as Magic the Gathering is trying to like go into this Marvel thing, but it's all based on the comics, so it's like you really have to separate the comics from.
I highly doubt, it's not been said directly, but I highly doubt that they're gonna make an MCU card set when they've got oodles and doodles and boodles and poodles and loodles of material
and noodles even
to cover from the comics. I was talking to Jennifer about it today in one of my completely unasked for rants about Marvel. I was talking about how many different variations of characters there are just in the comics.
I can't wait to see this new Spider-Man movie, because I've heard it's just absolutely
Madam Web.
Awful. I hear it's terrible, but I'm gonna go into it with an open mind.
We ignore that.
We
ignore those.
So that's not okay.
That's not
like
MCU.
That's like go back to Under the Stairs.
Didn't we tell you this lesson when you put Morbius
Annie,
out?
That's Sony made that movie. Oh, okay. Shout out to Annie.
Hey,
I'm here.
Hey, I was saying shout out to Annie.
Oh, Joel says hey. Also, folks, we got 176 people watching. I implore you, it does so much if you hit like on the video, especially if you think you're going to be back in the future. If you think that you're going to come to a future stream, please hit like. It goes a long way. Thank you so much.
Regarding Marvel, there will be multiple sets associated with that. So for 25 going forward, you should expect to see, as part of our 6 premiere sets per year, that 2 of them will be Universes Beyond branded. And we'll have a similar uplift to what we experienced with Lord of the Rings. Bro, 2 Universes Beyond sets per year. There's
this is
no
going to be
way.
a fun stream, because we have something fun coming up on this stream.
Dog, there's no way that you can possibly tell me that if 2 of the 6 sets per year are Universes Beyond, that one of those is not going to be a standard legal set. And so we're not that far from, all right, I'll pay 4, cast Magneto,
Well, no,
I'll go ahead and gain control of all of your token artifacts.
I don't think that they're going to do that. And I think part of this rollout has to do with the fact that they've just extended the standard season, probably to accompany this big change.
I don't know, man.
So,
this feels reactive. This feels very like it worked and then it worked again. And now we're going all in on it. I don't know. The Lord of the Rings set, I think.
This is huge. This is like, I mean,
really
look
insane.
at all of the things that went into Lord of the Rings. What we're going to have to do as a channel and as a community here is we're going to have to look at the volume of stuff that they come out with for these other Universes Beyond products. Because if they're saying it's going to be on the same tier as Lord of the Rings,
that's crazy.
Does that mean that each of these is going to get its own second wave of collector boosters that are their own thing? Does this mean that, you know, obviously we have the play booster, but we have to talk about a whole new booster tonight as well. It's pretty wild. This feels like we want money.
I mean,
it does bring new players into Magic. I do agree, Lance.
It does.
It absolutely does.
It's like, hey,
do you love Golden Doodles? There's actually a card game that you can play. Magic the Gathering has like this whole Golden Doodle deck where you have all these different dogs, and it's like, you know, it's like, oh, what do you love? I love Gillette and shaving my face, dude. There's a freaking card for your Gillette razor. Holy shit! You don't even know about it. What do you drive?
There is going to be.
I drive a Prius. Your fucking car is in this game. You can literally be yourself. All right, I'm done.
I'm just making a post while you rant. Or making a poll while
I
you
am
rant.
kind of ranting. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have got like that. That was...
Chad, I just asked you. Your impression of 2. Jakey Joe, I don't agree that it drives players away. I believe that it drives some players away, but I believe that there is a worse sin happening, and it's called murders at whatever the hell this set is set on.
Yeah, something's going on with those boxes.
You can't sit here and talk shit to me about if they put Halo in the game, it's fucking ruined. You can't say that. And look at the set Murders at Karlov Manor, which is a set on the premier plane. And I don't know if anybody reads the story, but without spoiling anything, it kind of seems like they're setting up Ravnica to be the center of the entire universe. And I mean that literally.
That sounds crazy.
You've got a set on the one of the 2 most beloved planes in the entire game overall. And it's just like, dude, it's dragging its knuckles on the ground. What is it even doing? It's half passed out. Give us more of the IP. They did. You didn't like it. No one bought it. So I think that's going to chase players away. You think somebody going Final Fantasy? Now I have to play with Sephiroth in my modern format?
Let's talk about the One Ring, for example. Okay.
That ain't chasing players away. That's bringing in Final Fantasy players, bro.
No, I want to talk about the One Ring though, because
let's talk about One Ring.
The One Ring, it's like when you think about the One Ring, right? You're like, that card is so oppressive. I should just play it. Just jam it into your commander deck. It's just that good. Just play the card. It draws cards. It's like, I don't, it protects you. I don't really know what more you want. So I guess maybe like that's the issue, is like every deck gonna have like a staple like that comes from one of these Universes Beyond sets where it's like you just can't like not play it. Like it's almost irresponsible not to play the One Ring. It's just very good.
I think that's a good video topic in and of itself, but I don't fully agree that it needs to go in literally every commander deck. I feel like there is.
Yeah.
I feel like it is strong enough for it to at least be like.
It's a considered.
Think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you see the One Ring as a staple?
Nah.
Chat, do you think the One Ring is a staple in Commander? We're talking about Commander here.
A Commander staple. Let's look
I mean, we know that it's already a breakout in like Modern and stuff.
All right, one means it's a staple, 2 means it's not a staple. We're gonna run 2 concurrent polls here.
I love you, Chad.
One's gonna
This
be
is
visual. Great. 1 means it's a staple in Commander, 2 means it's not a staple. 1 staple, 2 not staple. 1 staple, 2 not staple.
Sharpeepy says in CEDH, yes, not close. 1. I mean,
I don't know CEDH well enough to speak to that.
CD, I mean, it's just like the mana base of like all those decks is so similar. It's like run all of the fast mana. It's a very much like
yeah.
I shouldn't
like
say
most
it's
people
solved,
think feel like it's a staple, but it's really kind of 50-50 here. I mean, I'll say this: it is strong enough where we have to sit here and talk about it, and we can't not acknowledge the fact that one of the most iconic props from one of the most iconic brands is now one of the most iconic cards in the game. I feel like that's very fair. And so the question remains, like, is everybody gonna have to run, what is it, Ultima Sword? What's the name of the weapon?
Cloud's Blade.
Yeah, what is that? Is everybody gonna have to run?
I do love the look of those blades.
Is everybody in Modern gonna have to think about running Chocobo Island? The legendary land.
Yeah, right. The golden saucer.
Buster Sword. Yeah. Any of it. Yeah, dude.
Buster Sword. That's what it is.
Ultimate Weapon Buster Sword. Look.
Yeah.
Is everybody going to have to run Buster Sword, or at least discuss it? Is it going to be like legendary commander equipment? When do they create a second command zone using one of these Universes Beyond properties to force us all to buy it? Because we all need at least one of the 20 options that they printed for second command zone. I don't know what it's called yet, but you know they've talked about it. How do we do partners without doing partners? They're going to come up with every single way. Yeah, backgrounds, right. That, but another name. But if it's only the Marvel set, if it's only, you have to pick a hero role now. All of your, you can play without a hero or villain status in your second command zone, but why would you? Any of your commanders can be heroes or villains. Any of your commanders can have a sidekick. Why wouldn't you pick one of the 20 sidekicks in Marvel Set 1? And so it becomes, I think it's a fair question. Will it just continue to bleed through? And I think the answer is yes. I feel like, honestly, bro, if they're going to go for this, go for it. Go full Fortnite. Work them into the story, man. Like, Vader's part of the Fortnite story. This is where I'm going to start losing us subscribers.
Yeah. Jack says technically you don't have to run any card. That's true. And it does come down to a discussion of power level.
You at least have to discuss it.
Yeah, D-Hammer says if you can afford it, it's good in literally any deck. And this is still talking about the One Ring. It's not trying to gain life. Maybe Adnaz doesn't play it, maybe, but it's pretty damn good. Yeah, it's just an extremely strong card.
Jakey Joe said you want the MTG story to be Fortnite. Jakey Joe,
we have no way to influence it either way.
What is it? What is the MTG story? I mean, I feel like they're trying to bring it back from the brink. War of the Spark pretty much killed it for people who actually read the story every week and kept up.
I see it as like you could play variant era Magic, which is like what I would call it now, like Secret Lair plus like everything from
Kellen.
What, in Magic? I have no idea.
Who even is that?
I don't have any idea. I'm the worst person to ask.
Did you see my post on Twitter? I sent you a screenshot of it. There was a paragraph at the end of the story that they dropped today that was an epilogue to the whole Murders at Karlov Manor.
Yeah.
And there was like a 2-paragraph conversation between Proft, the detective from the set that you've seen in all the key art, and Niv Mizzet. And that little 2-paragraph exchange basically tells you everything about what the current MTG story is. They're like, oh, that Ravnica stuff, that was crazy, huh? That's not the main story. And in that 2 paragraphs, yeah, they basically they were like, okay, so this is what's happening now. See you in the next set. And I was just like, huh. So okay, so I took a screenshot of that and I was like, this is literally the minimum you can read to at least have some trappings of an idea of what the hell is going on in the Magic story right now. Anyway, I won't talk about it here on stream. I tweeted if anybody wants to go read that. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who actually wants to go read it themselves. It wasn't a very long story today either, so it's a pretty quick read for people who are interested. Jake, chat, 77 votes. Get your votes in so they can be counted. And hey, hit that like button while you're down there so we can get to 69 likes. We are very close. We are at 66 likes. And we could get to the nice number with just 3 of you reporting in.
Your impression of 2 Universes Beyond sets per year. The top is very positive at 14%. Then we have positive at 30%, negative at 36%, and very negative at 21%.
We've got about 40% of chat is happy with it, or very. And
I'm like fine with it.
Like nearly 60% is not.
I think that there can be variant era Magic and pre-variant era Magic. You can just cut it off. Like if you're somebody who's like a purist, let's just say that you're like, I like Magic before they started adding all this shit into it.
Yep.
And so I have my pre-variant era decks. Make your own format out of it. Turn it into a hobby where you can like, you don't play any of the variant era
then
cards.
The snake eats its own tail, and we're back to what you asked me 10 minutes ago, which is, isn't the One Ring a staple? So it's like, yeah, I can be like, I'm going to ignore every Universes Beyond. I'm an MTG purist. I only play cards with the IP. Great, baby boo. Get it going. But you're going to have that conversation with yourself of, well, I run all of the Magic cards and I also run Infinity Gauntlet. It's just good. It's annoying, but it's good. I have to run Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, and that's what you're going to run into. That's what you're going to run into.
Because,
and tournament grinders don't get that choice.
If they don't make Infinity Gauntlet good and broken, then they've failed as a company.
We should all want to play that card.
We should all want to play the Infinity Gauntlet in some capacity.
Yes.
Lance says, of the 60% negative, how many currently buy sealed product? Because that's Wizards' target audience. Jack says, personally, I don't mind Universes Beyond. I'm just worried about that's getting printed straight into formats without going through standard. But I mean, Horizons opened that floodgate.
Yeah, I was
You're absolutely right.
You're complaining about a bigger issue, which is, the Horizon sets. And those are going to be coming constantly, if you can't tell.
And for people who don't really understand this, let's break it down for a second.
Kirk said, I still back in
the day, before Magic the Gathering did stuff like Modern Horizons and stuff, their master sets were composed of reprints.
All reprints.
Okay, so like all reprints. They still pretty much do that.
Yep.
But their standard sets, modern formats like Modern, this is like pre-Pioneer times, formats like Modern would depend on new sets to come out. And they would comb through those sets because at this time there were far fewer sets, right?
Yes.
So because there's far fewer sets, there's so much less to comb through. That's right. You would get a breakout.
Modern.
One that comes to mind is Mental Misstep, which came out in New Phyrexia.
I was going to say Fatal Push. Fatal Push was another one that
immediately it gets ushered right to the front of the line.
Yeah.
You'll have a card like Mental Misstep, where when it was originally printed, it had to be immediately banned in Modern because it just shuts down so many turn 1 plays, and you can cast it for 1 blue Phyrexian mana. So you're going to have red decks that are running it. You're going to have every single deck running it.
Yeah.
You just have to ban it right out the gate.
So what they started doing,
there was a lot less to comb through.
I mean, they basically took what used to be Modern Masters, they took it out behind the barn, and they went phew, phew, and then they split the dead body into Commander Legends and Modern Horizons. But with Modern Horizons, they go, this is not going to be a reprint set. Wink, wink, until we get special guests and sets within sets. But it's going to be straight to Modern. Lord of the Rings was that kind of set. So
now they're printing all these cards and they're going, this is how Modern works, right? Modern is a high-powered format. It's a quick format. So we're going to print cards like Fury and cards like Grief and all these cards so that we can push the set, make sure to sell the set. Ragavan, Looking at You, all of these all of these cards like this.
Well, Hasbro came along and was like, enfranchised players whose decks don't change, what do they spend money on? And Wizards was like, nothing. I mean, that's why we have those. They
comb through our new set.
Yeah,
they see if there's anything for their deck.
Right.
When
once,
they say
once
there
a year
isn't,
or two, we drop a new card that sort of warps the meta a little bit, and people have to react, and new decks can break out or fall back. And Hasbro was like, no. Can't you just make
Laney
a set that goes right into their format?
Full screen again.
Yeah.
We'll go full screen. We've kind of tangented off here a little bit.
Yeah, we just went into full conversation. Sorry.
Yeah.
And so at this point, it is, yeah, sure. Maybe Commander players, Jake, have the luxury of saying, I'm ignoring Universes Beyond. Tournament grinders, if the Frodo deck is winning, somebody's got to play the Frodo deck. You can ignore it if you want, but you got to do what you got to do. There was one part of this that really, really interested me, Jake, was when Chris said the one that we've announced, and that's Final Fantasy, there will be multiple sets associated with the Marvel stuff.
Quantum, thank you so much for those. With 10 gifted getting in there. Tyler, Mike, Alex, Kirknall, Jay Lorshin, Kevin, also Pinch Hit Hero, Zero Requiem, Giro, and Def Jama. Def Jama? I don't know.
All hail the new Stream Monarch. Big apologies to our prior Stream Monarchs on the stream. T-Wolf, Anthony Floor, Pinch Hit Hero. I never got to update that because we dove right into conversation. Thank y'all so much. All hail the outgoing Stream Monarchs, and all hail the new Stream Monarch. Quantum Mechanic with the 10 gifted. Crowns in chat for our new Stream Monarch. If you got a gifted, please say thank you to Quantum.
D Hammer says my Cloud Strife attacks and kills your Frodo is not stranger than my Chajik the Legion's Edge attacks and kills your Chandra. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I have to agree with you. Joel, how do you feel about the Universes Beyond thing?
Universes Beyond, I'm into, man. But
you're fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You
with
like it? You're just positive.
I just pinned, or I've tried to pin a comment here from Rip and Ship by Moonshot because I think it is exactly how I feel. Richard Garfield envisioned this as a rule set for several game environments, and so this idea of this purity of IP, or it's weird to mix, half the people who were mad about Walking Dead were just mad because it was an IP coming in. The other half were mad about the exclusivity and timing of the purchase of Commander, playable cards, mechanically unique. But I just feel like, why would we not want it? Why, if your IP, like Lara Croft is not going to go create their own card game, but now
there's just not enough. There's not enough to support a card game there.
No, but now you can play one of one Lara Croft
coming out all the time for it either. Yeah,
exactly.
But yeah,
I mean,
you can bring Lara
Lord of the
Croft
Rings
into
had a fairly successful TCG. I owned a lot of cards of that as a kid, but it died, and now we all play the One Ring in our Commander decks. You can play a Lara Croft now. So look, my point is I think that it is a good thing. I think that the growth of the game is a good thing. I think that if you want to be a purist,
when my IPs start to pop up in it, let's just say that.
I mean, that's another
when I
approach
get
to it, right?
freaking Ellen Ripley and Corporal Hicks and Hudson and give me even all the Prometheus crew, I'm fine with that too. I'm just like waiting for that. We're getting close with like Creep Show, and we are going to do something fun here in a little bit where we're going to talk about kind of like predictions and where we think things could go.
I want to tease this real fast. Chat, if you were with us the last time we did a tier list, we're going to do a live voting poll for this tier list. So everybody is going to get to participate in this. Chat, look at what we've prepped.
Go
I'm
get
so
yourself
excited.
a drink because
Dude,
we're just getting started here.
We're gonna hit our sponsor segment right now, real quick. Listen in. Go tell them you love them. They are literally, y'all and them are why we can do this full time. So you got to go tell them that you love us and that they're just doing the best possible thing by supporting Jake and Joel. But after we do the sponsor thing and after you've grabbed a drink and gotten safe, make sure you're OSHA approved, we are going to dive into this and we are going to figure out as a community exactly where all the Pixar characters fall, exactly where Vin Diesel and his family should fall in universes beyond. So grab a drink, get safe. Jake, let's hit our sponsor segment.
Give me 1 second.
You got it. I'm going to talk about Card Conduit, y'all. Card Conduit, it's pretty simple. They are a service where you can send your cards. They will sort them, grade them, find the best buy list price, sell them for you, and then send you a check. That's it. That's the whole game here. If you sort them a little bit before you do send them to Card Conduit, you're going to get even more money for all of your cards. And if you use...
You're going to save on fees.
That's right.
Because they don't have to do anything. You do more work and you save money. What a concept, right?
And if you use our code, you're also going to get more points back on your entire order. Take that stack of rares that you know they're all worth $1 or more, and it's like as tall as 2 commander decks sitting there unsleeved. Put them in a box, fire them off to Card Conduit. Use our code when you do. They're just going to send you a check and convert that into cards that you actually want it to be.
They also do direct deposit as well, which is pretty sweet.
Oh, that's
if you
huge.
Want to set that up.
Yep. Link is down in the description. Go click on Card Conduit, tag them on socials and be like, wow, thank you for sponsoring Jake and Joel or Magic, because I love that content. And by extension, I love you.
That's right. We love Card Conduit. Card Conduit's super easy to use. Definitely check them out if you have singles that are piling up and you want to get rid of those. Also, we will talk about TCG Player. TCG Player is the official store of Jake and Joel Are Magic. TCG Player is a great spot to go and buy singles. It's a competitive marketplace. So if you're trying to build a collection, there are tons and tons and tons of sellers on TCG Player. You could go over there, poke around, find somebody that works for you, find somebody with good feedback. You can look at price history of some of the cards, that kind of thing.
Latest sales.
You're going to find pretty much anything you need to find, latest sales, that kind of stuff. So check out TCG Player. If you haven't heard of TCG Player and you're a Magic player, well, you're living under a rock.
Get out from under that rock and watch Jake and Joe this weekend. Roaming Throne is up to $31 in foil. Anybody got a Lost Caverns of Ixalan foil and can tell me, does it Pringle? Bum, 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 bum,
I bought this and I want to share this. This is a funny meme.
Share away. Share away, Sherry. Big thanks to TCG Player for sponsoring the channel. Use our link before you check out, please. It will cost you nothing extra and it will give us a little kickback, but more importantly, it'll show TCG Player that, wow, those Drake and Josh boys, they sure have got real cute butts and are just firing it off.
Did you notice that every stream has been titled Drake and Josh?
I saw.
Oh, you did? You're good with it?
I put life in all my streams now, in all my life thumbnails, and you put Drake and Josh. So we're just trying to hide under the radar on the internet.
All right, I want to show this off. We got to go to the full screen.
Oh yeah,
so I was watching this short that you and I did where we were talking about the clue set and how much we like this card, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna buy that. I was like, I want the pimp version of Academy Manufactor. And so I went and picked this up. I'm going to put it in a what I'm buying video because I have some Ravnica remastered stuff that's starting to pile up.
Hell yeah.
Just little singles that I bought.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we'll have some fun videos coming up soon.
What I'm buying.
Little classic what I'm buying action. That's right.
Chat. Make sure you go shop at TCG Player or at least use our link if you're checking out over there.
And I picked that up on TCG Player.
Dragon Shield, you know, has been a long-time sponsor of the channel. Big thanks to Dragon Shield. We talk about them all the damn time.
That is definitely not a buy the dip purchase. You're right, Jenk. I definitely bought that just being like, I want the OG. Give it to me.
What he did was he waited for us to talk about it a lot, really boost that price up, and then he was like, now's the time,
then I was
boys.
like, now I'm jumping in. It's up $4 from its historic high. Let's get in.
I'm all in on the highs, baby. That's where I want to go.
Walter,
Chat,
what up? Good to see you.
as we are
Monarch
wrapping
is
out,
Quantum. That's right.
yes, all hail crowns in chat. Let me see some crowns in chat. I better see at least 10 crowns in chat because y'all can now.
How many more sponsors do we have to get through over here?
Hey, we got a lot of great stuff going on over here. Moxfield chat, I just put a link in chat. Click on that. Follow us on Moxfield. All of our decks are over here. The decks we make on stream, the decks we play on stream, the decks we play personally. Jake even throws draft decks up here occasionally. Look, all of our decks are on our Moxfield. Go there, follow us, and comment on there. Moxfield, wow, these JAJAM boys, Drake and Josh, they get my tickles to pickle. Lastly,
Dragon Shields, that is a great spot to go if you already did that. Okay, good.
Already did.
They're
that
great.
One.
We love them.
MTG Stocks Premium chat.
Yeah,
MTG
baby.
Stocks, we love them. Was talking about Arjun at the beginning of the stream. Arjun has just got such a good focus on the community for why he wants this website to be successful. He told us an anecdote that the very first time that this website was put together was because he and his friends were playing Legacy a lot, and
that's right.
he wanted to make
get cards for a good price,
right? Yep. To track Legacy card prices and pick them up when they were at a low. And I was like, I got to tell you, the all-time low and the all-time high lists have helped us and helped the community in an enormous way. So
it's true.
It was a partnership made in the meditation realm, and MTG Stocks Premium is worth a look in our opinion. Go check it out and see if it's a good fit for you.
Definitely. I like MTG Stocks because I like the long timeline for looking at the charted history of a card. I like to be able to go back years, and MTG Stocks goes back, I think, as far as like 2012.
Yep.
So you can get a really good idea of the price history of cards. You could be like, why did it go up? Oh, because it was scarce. Why did it go down? Oh, because this set came out on this date, and you're able to kind of look at that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So definitely check out MTG Stocks. If you've watched this channel, you know that we have used this as a resource for countless videos. I can't even tell you how many videos at this point, but yeah, really good. What are the premium perks specifically?
Watch list, unlimited watch list, price alerts, minute movers and trends, expanded interests on all-time highs, all-time lows.
For example, say somebody starts buying a lot of copies of a card, MTG Stocks is going to be able to show you like the frequency that card is being bought. So you can kind of get in, you can look at like, oh, there's a lot of people that are starting to go towards this. Is there like something that's about to be a breakout? That kind of thing.
Yep. Go check out MTG Stocks, y'all.
Streets MDV with the $5 says, anyone going to MagicCon Chicago later this month? We are not.
Yeah, we are not. We do have a lot of community members going though. In the patron room, we've been we are organizing a room so that we can get a little JAJAM minus Drake and Josh meetup action going. Maybe get a little picture that you can send to me and Jake and give us FOMO. Before we pivot off of MTG Stocks and into our tier list time, baby, y'all are going to be participating in the tier list with us, so stick around for that. Want to address Kirk Null's comment, loving the bot in Discord. Arjun worked with our Discord, was just like, hey, will you let my bot in? That bot is pretty sweet. It's posting in MTG Finance every single day now, and we're going to customize it a little bit more. We've been talking, Jake and I, with Arjun. We're going to add some features to that, but yeah, they've integrated to our Discord.
It's great.
We use them in a lot of videos. Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's nice. It's really cool.
Go jump into our Discord. Let's get this set up.
Yeah, give me just a second. I'm going to take a quick bio.
Yeah, you go do that.
I'm going to be ready to do this.
Yep. All right, chat. I'm gonna give y'all a link. We're gonna do this live voting poll style thing again. Let me get this set up here. Voting window. We'll just open it up to a day here. Happening, not happening. Hey, so chat, categories on this. I've got like 25 to 30 IPs, 25 to 30 brands that we're going to classify according to, do we think they're going to be in Universes Beyond? That's pretty much the easy breakdown. Right now, our categories are happening, not happening, and who knows. That's kind of like a catch-all for maybe if this happened or maybe if this happened. Do we need any other categories? Is that enough? That seems pretty solid, right? Jakey Joe, are you blinking agent of treachery again? No, just sitting here and having my face punched in repeatedly by a blinked agent of treachery. I sat there though. I bitched about it. I'm not gonna lie. I turned into a salty little cracker. Turned into a saltine little cracker. But I sat there and took it like a good commander player. Are you guys, or did you guys discuss the Sheldon secret lair that's getting revealed tomorrow? Gang. I don't know about that, Zed. I feel like I know about that, but I don't know about that. Is it something I can search? Sheldon's spellbook? Oh. The Commander Rules Committee has announced that it will be revealing the contents of the Sheldon's Spellbook secret lair. So it's going to have like Ink Shield and stuff in there. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a really nice gesture. I like that Secret Lair's working with them on that. Alex, 3 seems good to me, I think, too. Maybe a category that indicates that there was some kind of other release related to the IP, like a movie or a TV show. Jake, expand on that. I think it's more likely that you get IP webbing. And what I mean by that is like, and we'll talk about this when Jake gets here, but I think, you know, the fact that they work with a company opens up the door to the rest of the IPs, right? Even if it's different companies, if it's got like a similar heading, I think that that's worth discussing with Universes Beyond is like, oh, well, they worked with Lara Croft, for instance, again. Lara Croft, also, that company is, Food Time sent me the list earlier. That company's related to like Hellboy and like, oh God, what else was it with Food Time? Food, you're here. Yeah, there you are. Oh, Borderlands? Yeah, dude. And so like that kind of stuff can get opened into more opportunity just because they sit in the room with them. And they're like, one day we got to get those Borderlands things on cards, right? And they're like, yeah, I guess. Maybe one day. Yeah, 5-9. We're going to talk about Assassin's Creed after we do this tier list. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to do this tier list, and then we're going to talk about Assassin's Creed and our new booster type that we got coming up.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat told me, Jake, that the Commander Rules Committee is going to reveal the contents of the secret lair drop Sheldon's Spellbook, which I'm assuming will be, you know, directly Sheldon Meanery. Yeah, it's a memorial for Sheldon. And apparently,
oh my God,
it's all
I thought
going to
young Sheldon for a second, and I was like, no. Which is,
I like that we're living in a world where your brain might actually think that.
I know, and we're not going to dig into this, but that I hate that show. I hate it.
Y'all, so nobody talk to Jake about Big Bang Theory, because damn. I'm so sorry that my brain went there. Okay, that's very thoughtful. The secret card
that is
under
what I
there,
meant to say is,
the secret card
thoughtful.
Is Bazinga.
Ugh.
I just wanted to see his eyes, chat.
Here's the issue with young Sheldon, and then I'm going to move on from it. Okay? I'm going to move on from young Sheldon, and I promise. At this point, that kid is old enough that he's not that human that plays normal Sheldon. Let it die. Don't keep young Sheldon going.
We know
what that man is going to look like.
I saw an ad at the Super Bowl that they're done with it.
I thought they're keeping it going.
I don't know.
I'm over it. Let's just move on. Okay, so there is going to be a secret layer
benefiting charity in honor of Sheldon Meanery.
Okay.
Should be cool.
Okay.
I think it's an excellent gesture. You know, agree or disagree with the guy's personal politics or anything like that. I mean,
yeah,
it's the godfather of the format, y'all. Come on.
Right. I mean,
respect.
This is a format that gave life to so many cards that otherwise would have just fallen to the wayside.
Are you referring to us?
I mean, we have a whole channel that covers, you know, Commander, you know, because Commander exists and Commander is arguably the best format.
Well, and MTG Finance before that, before we were covering Commander as our primary format, we were touching MTG Finance, and MTG Finance, you telling me it's not at this point, even then, Aether Revolt, it was starting to push card prices, and 2 or 3 years after we started, it was definitely the primary pusher. Yeah. So yeah, gotta give respect where respect's due there. Chat, I just dropped a link in chat to live.tiermaker.com/475-46158, which is our live event.
This is going to be a fun one.
Excellent. We got votes coming in. That means that people are present and can start participating. Y'all, yay! This is what we got. Check this out. I need to make this the right size for we're gonna do that. We're gonna go.
Oh, we changed the tiers back to something that people would understand.
Yeah, that's I had to make it a public thing, and I tried to put just reminder text and like in parentheses, but it wouldn't fit the whole text in the category, and so it just did not work across the board.
Are people already voting?
Yes, we've already got votes happening. Chat, we've got our brands down here. Just real quick, let's give a quick overview and then we'll discuss them individually as we go. But what we've got as far as brands or IPs here: Pokemon, we've got Mickey and Friends, we've got Winnie Pooh and Friends, we've got Star Wars.
Winnie the Pooh, even.
What did I say?
You said Winnie Pooh.
Sometimes I'm thinking and talking at the same time, Jake. I'm trying to multitask.
I get it.
Winnie Pooh and Friends.
Winnie Pooh and Friends will be there.
Different book. That's a different book. Star Wars, Disney Princesses, Harry Potter, Barbie, DC, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Looney Tunes, James Bond, The Peanuts, Warcraft, Star Trek, Grand Theft Auto, Dragon Ball.
Drive safely, food. Yeah.
Dragon Ball, no worries. Demon Slayer, Power Rangers, Mario and Friends, Pixar as one big category.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Fast and the Furious, Pirates of the Caribbean. Dude,
I like Fast and the Furious.
You have to talk about it.
We've already gotten Fast and the Furious.
Wasn't there a Universal property?
Do you think that set would have vehicles?
Oh my god, dude, so many vehicles.
So many vehicles. SRAM is Vin Diesel. Okay, I'm done.
SRAM. Oh my god, yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right.
Sesame Street. Ultraman.
Okay.
The Office. Alien, Predator, and Terminator. So
I love The Office because The Office is so dear to both of us. And even though this is like, Okay, so chat, let me explain to you how we got these, because I already see a lot of people going, where's so-and-so? Where is so-and-so? Show me old so-and-so. We picked stuff that we like.
Well, we added a few that we liked at the end. But look, I looked up a list of the top character brand IPs in order of their total valuation.
Mm-hmm.
This is roughly in that order, especially like the top row.
Yeah.
When you start getting down to the middle, I started cherry picking a little bit and sort of combining some stuff. Like Mario was split up a little bit into different categories, and like Pixar was split into, you know, Frozen and Nemo and all the individual Toy Story, all the individual ones. But so all those got combined. But this is generally inclusive of the biggest, highest grossing IPs that exist. Now, the last four, The Office, Alien, Predator, and Terminator, Jake and I were like, we got to throw in some that we really, really like, right? I almost put Halo on here, dearly. But I was like, Halo's just about guns. I just don't feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like it would work. Anyway, the link is in chat. I'm going to share it one more time so that you can participate if you want, because you can make your voice heard.
That's right.
As we go through
and then we're going to go through and we're going to vote.
Yep. All right, Jake.
On what we think. Yeah.
We'll start it off with Anthony 4.
Says, you made it really hard to vote for Kingdom Hearts by splitting up each Disney property separately.
Yeah, so Disney was the one where Disney I left it split up because it is so, like...
It's wonky.
You could cherry pick some of Disney, but not all of Disney, and like...
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
I see a lot of not happening going on. We have a lot, like 73% is Jake, like not happening on a bunch of these.
Do you think Pokemon is happening, not happening, or not who happening. Knows? I'm with you.
I think not happening. We got a Pokemon card game. This one for me is like easy not happening.
Yeah, it's tough to make an argument.
See. That's how we vote.
Yeah,
okay,
right
I see how we vote. You vote there. Got it.
Yeah, Pokemon. It's hard to make an argument that it could possibly happen. I feel the same way with Mickey and Friends.
Especially with like Lorcana going around, and then also
Lorcana, exactly.
Yeah, and then like the thought of like skull clamping Mickey to kill him and draw 2 cards seems like
awesome.
Really
seems
fucking
awesome.
Cool. really cool. And I don't know if they're gonna let that, go down that way,
Oh, hell yeah. I equip Goofy with skull clamp. It dies, but instead of going to the graveyard, I'm going to activate his effect, Gorsh. Yeah. And he's going to return to the battlefield.
And then we're going to cast Victimize, Sacrificing
Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse, and we're going to bring back Donald Duck.
I'm a strong not happening on Mickey and Friends.
I think probably strong not happening there. Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh, I'm the same way. It's very children's based. I think this one is a little too young. I know we can make the My Little Pony argument, but that market, My Little Pony is not like for kids. Little Winnie the Pooh, Winnie Pooh and Tigger too is just like... Fun fact, Goofy dies in Kingdom Hearts? Oh my god. I can't believe they let main characters die in that. That's crazy.
Kevin, good note here. Kevin says, I feel like this list is too Western centric. I think maybe so,
It might be, but I put, like I said, I just looked up the order of stuff. I didn't really leave, like, I've never watched Demon Slayer. I've never watched Ultraman. I've only watched Mighty Morphin of the Power Rangers. And so I mean, looking at the IPs, you're right. It is very Western centric.
It's a list.
But it's a list. I didn't make this list up myself. Is basically what I'm saying. Right.
It is a list of big IPs. I'm with you here. This is a not happening for the Winnie the Pooh.
Now, Star Wars.
I'm leading towards who knows on this.
I am a strong who knows on this because this is like a domino. If Star Wars falls, there is no, we'll just pull from the comics. There's only the movies. Everything is based off the movies. All of the books that used to be canon that Bob Iger or whoever took out behind the barn and shot and said, this isn't canon anymore. We only listen to Johnny Favreau now. And the guy that wears the cowboy hat, I can't think of his name right now to complete my joke, but...
D-Hammer, do you think Star Wars comes to Magic? You think it's going to happen?
It's just the movies to pull from. So
penis. Oh god, you got me. Star Wars isn't about making more money. Oh wait, never mind. Got me with the fucking name.
Dave Filoni. Thank you, Jake.
What a legend. Damn.
My point is there's no take on this that doesn't let them not put Daisy Ridley's face on a card. You know what I'm saying? And so it just becomes this like, it makes me curious of how all these actors' contracts are written, because I see them popping up in other TCGs. I'm assuming they're getting paid for that. But do they have a choice? Probably
exists in our IP. We're going to use your face.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
You're a character in our world now.
Right. And
your old identity is for Earth.
It fits really well, I think.
Yeah.
But there are existing card games of it. There is a fledgling card game, I believe, like in active development or final QA testing, I think. And so, bro, like, I'm so who knows here. It is ridiculous. I can see the arguments for, I can see the arguments against. Disney princesses.
We've had, hold on really quick before we move on from Star Wars.
Yeah.
We've had Star Wars card games come out that have just not done well.
Multiple.
Yeah.
But this is another one.
Dice.
Maybe this one does well. I saw Vince posting about some like show off gameplay day that he and some other creators went to, and he was like, yo, the game is actually pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I will say I've never played a brand new card game and I was like, this is horseshit and awful, and I never want to do it again. Like, I liked the Dice Star Wars game, but after a while it's just like, bro, if you thought your book bag going to a Magic event was heavy, play our cards and dice game.
I hated keeping up with dice. Anyway, we've said that before. There could be a supercut of the times you and I talk about how
dice.
Star Wars Destiny.
And I'm a craps guy. I like rolling. Disney princesses, I'm on not happening same way.
It's fun to roll dice. It's not fun to bring a bunch of predetermined dice sets with you to, I don't know. Never mind.
And like shipping, what is the secondary market for a game where you got to figure out how to ship 2 or 3 dice with every card you ship?
Annoying as shit.
And not let that card get damaged by the dice inside the
you need like
bubble
the card in a top loader.
Right.
You need the dice in there. You don't want the dice to get damaged either.
Right. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's weird.
Disney princesses, I feel like Lorcana has got the legs to be a fairly lasting thing just based on its strength of base IP. Winnie Pooh, Mickey Mouse.
Same thing, right? Not happening.
It feels samey to me.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, put on your adult pants and let's have a good conversation, please. Mods, be on the lookout for chat here.
Harry Pothead.
Harry Pothead. Let's wade into the waters.
If you want to have a good time, I'm just going to say this. There's someone who has done these amazing, like, rave videos of like Harry Potter AI, and it's next level. It's just hilarious shorts. So if you just want a good laugh, they put it to Firestarter by The Prodigy, and so it's just like, anyway, it sounds as good as it sounds. You should watch it. Harry Potter, I would say, who knows?
I'm on a strong not happening here, and I'll tell you why. I don't think that unless Wizarding World of Harry Potter IP is able to separate themselves from J.K. Rowling, that the bulk of the most vocal community would rightly reject this set as even happening. I mean, look at how this community discussed when that video game came out, and that's not really even what our community talks about.
Yeah.
Is it a good fit? Just looking at the brand, characters, setting, blah blah blah. Is it a good fit? Oh my god!
Obviously,
it's a fucking dovetail, baby.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely in the same world. You know, Strixhaven comes to mind. People talk about Strixhaven.
Yes. I feel like, I mean, it doesn't have.
You would be strong not happening on this though.
It doesn't, unless, I guess I could go who knows, because my caveat to not happening here is the brand holder figures out some way to separate themselves publicly from JK so that the characters and story and world can live on.
Yeah.
And
the way
no
I feel about
reason
this
for
is
outcry.
they continue to make this IP.
Oh,
it's
dude,
not like they don't make.
No.
Right.
WB is gonna slam it forever.
Yeah.
But
So
to do
this
something
comes
like
down
this,
to a
one very small example of something they could do with the IP. I just don't think that. Honestly, I don't even think it's about just about the vocal Twitter community either. I think that there are plenty of employees at Wizards who would downright refuse, if not quit, and just be like, "Oh, well, cool, I'm outie."
Yeah.
So
I would say probably for this one, I would say I don't want to rule it out completely, but I would go for like a who knows here.
I'm with you on who knows. That's like a get rid of JK and like not let her opinions taint the brand for anybody, and you got yourself a stew going. Barbie in the wake of Barbie Mania.
How do we feel about this?
Who owns Barbie?
Mattel.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A major competitor.
Yeah. Huh. You never know, dude. You get two people drinking like really good scotch at the right time.
Johnny Mattel and Ricky Hasbro get together.
Vlad is saying no. Barbie, no.
They're 4 shots in.
Yeah. Because when Barbie ends up being like extremely strong, like the One Ring strong, and you're like, are you running Barbie? It's like, well, fuck, of course I am.
Okay, well, look at this. I'm lying to Forbes. I can't. Oh my God,
these sites, I don't know how they exist because there's nothing that turns me off more than an ad blocker, whatever this thing is. I leave so quickly and I say, sayonara, I am never going to be back.
Rivals.
I just don't give a flying shit
now they're
about.
Why do you think I use the ad blocker, Forbes? You just filled up the top third. Oh my God. Mattel/Hasbro brand collab is not a game. This was on May 11, 2023. Hasbro will create Barbie branded Monopoly games. Mattel will produce Transformers branded Uno games. Oh, bro, this is happening. They're already talking about it. There's no freaking way they haven't talked about it. This is happening.
Yeah, this does seem.
The frenemy forays just keep coming, wrote Carol of Speakerman Retail. Co-branding makes all kinds of sense for Mattel and Hasbro, and licensing is the most agile way to make it happen. Mattel and Hasbro retain unique stables of properties that'll pack more punch and gain wider distribution and awareness when combined.
I just want to understand like the Monopoly guy over there who's like, if we remake Monopoly again, people will play it. That guy has
Monopoly
to be
guy
old.
has been working there since 1945 and they can't fire him at this point. And
because
his only idea is like,
he's put all of his,
I want to do Monopoly TikTok now. And they're like, go get it, Grandpa.
He has the fucking machine from Elysium where he's just like, oh, my liver hurts. I'm going to go get back in my machine where I heal my liver. And he stays around forever. He never goes away. And he is never going to let Monopoly die because he put all of his money into buying a machine that heals all of his ailments. He's going to be around until he's fucking 130 years old, like he lives in the mountains, like the centenarians that only eat good produce their entire lives.
And they're going to be like, hey, what's your idea this week? And he's going to be like, I've got Monopoly, Hack and Pack, and Alpaca. If we've still got that Mattel conversation going.
I guarantee you, it's going to revitalize Monopoly.
This will be the hit that puts me back in the big chair. And they're like, just stop. That's not a thing.
Stop it.
I want to do Little Miss Makeup Monopoly.
You know what doesn't need a Fortnite-ification is Monopoly. We should tier list things that should get like a Fortnite kind of thing. And Monopoly is like the most Fortnite-like game of all time. And it's the same fucking thing reskinned over and over. It is the least like Fortnite. When you think about Fortnite and how much they change things, how much they constantly update their meta, come up with like Lego version of their game. They incorporate Rocket League into their game. They have different weapons. The meta changes. They blow up the island and they redesign it completely. And Monopoly is nothing like that. The same fucking thing always happens in Monopoly. Someone gets a Monopoly and that person wins the game. Everybody lands on it. They pay that person until they lose. It doesn't matter how you reskin it. It's the most stupid game of all time. It's fine to play. I like when it has some stakes, but it is the dumbest game that exists.
I hate it.
It doesn't
it's stupid,
matter
and
what
I'm
it looks
sorry,
like.
but it's bullshit. And I'm sorry for saying that. Like, I know
It's
that
the
you love
dumbest
it,
game that
but
exists.
it's stupid and it's for idiots. And I'm sorry, and you're not
Do
an idiot.
you love Monopoly?
No, I refuse to play
Okay.
Monopoly. I will not play it. We
Yeah,
used to play
it
it a
is
lot when I was growing up, but
Yeah,
and so it like
it's-
got me into board games. But dude, look at
All right.
Mattel's portfolio. They were just like, let's go for volume.
I fucking love Street Sharks.
Hot Wheels, Fisher Price, Uno. I mean, there's some options here.
Do they have? Yeah,
I'm kind of in happening,
scores,
bro.
dude.
I think Barbie's happening.
Yeah. Justice League.
DC.
Yeah, DC characters.
And we're thinking comics because we're pretty sure that's how they're approaching Marvel. So we're not thinking like Batfleck is going to be on a card.
I'm fine with it.
I
I'd be
think
fine with it. If they're doing Marvel, then wouldn't DC be like, please, dear God, let us into that club?
right. I mean, DC will license to anybody. And so,
I like DC. I don't like DC as a whole, but some of the DC properties are some of my favorite things.
bro,
So
Batman's,
it's like I love Batman.
I'm a Marvel fanboy to my core, but
Yeah.
I'm at every Batman thing on opening day. I'll
Like
put it that
Batman
way.
is the shit, dude.
I could give a shit about
love Batman.
Superman. I don't give a shit about Flash. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people like Flash. I know a lot of people like Green Lantern. I've never actually read a Green Lantern book. I've read all the others in books, but I've never read a Green Lantern book.
I
But
care
I've
more
read,
about
like,
the Flash from Invincible
every-
than I do about the Flash from the Flash. You know?
Every Batman book, dude.
Yeah.
Every Batman book. Frank Miller's run on Batman, some of my favorite graphic novels. If things like Watchmen didn't exist and Alan Moore hadn't created like perfection, then it would I would say it's my favorite graphic novel.
Just the Batman stuff.
Frank Miller's particular books of Batman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, here's the thing about Batman that a lot of people know, but some people might not know, is Batman
really
will
Bruce
go
Wayne.
into like mature in content where it's like
yeah.
very dark kind of shit. You know, there's like R-rated Batman movies where it's like
No, for
Marvel.
sure.
Marvel does delve into that a little bit. You got like Deadpool and
Yeah, have you seen the trailer
Punisher,
for
that
Deadpool
kind
and
of stuff.
Wolverine?
yeah, or you know, speaking of Wolverine, Logan, for
Logan,
example, is
right.
another R-rated.
Yeah, sorry if I
Marvel
spoiled
movie.
anybody,
It's
but
good.
Batman is actually Bruce Wayne. I think this is happening. I honestly feel like Marvel would be like, yeah, we'll sign and do this thing.
I
But you
didn't
can't
see that
do
trailer
DC
either.
for like,
No.
oh, bro, you gotta watch the Deadpool and Wolverine trailers. You
Oh,
were talking
Is it
about
new?
yeah, like yesterday or day before.
Oh, okay. I'll check it
And
out.
you saw they
Yeah.
announced the Fantastic Four cast officially.
Who'd they go with?
Here I'll show you. We're
Buzz is
completely-
like, Jake, what the fuck?
Sorry, we're going full Marvel tangent here.
You
So
guys,
Vanessa Kirby is playing Invisible Woman. Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things is playing Johnny Storm.
oh, they went with Cousin from.
Yeah, dude, Cousin is
Let's
playing.
go.
He's playing the Thing. He's playing. he's
in
playing.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, he's playing the Thing. And Pedro Pascal is gonna be comic book video game daddy for the rest of our
I'm
lives.
just really
apparently.
surprised no Barry Keoghan showed up here. He's so hot right now.
I think he was actually in the discussion for Johnny Storm, but they went with
He's
Eddie
great.
instead.
He's like my new favorite up and coming.
DC, I think, is a
he's so
strong
good.
happening. I think it's a strong
Yeah.
happening. Now, I saw
Yeah.
somebody ask about Avatar, and if they get this next one, Avatar is almost a guarantee because
Mm-hmm.
Nickelodeon owns the rights to both. Jake and I actually have some connections at Nickelodeon, and so we would be able to find out if and when these are happening. Maybe. But we don't know
Maybe if
anything
we-
about what Nickelodeon is doing with Magic the Gathering. But I will say,
Turtles would be
Turtles-
pretty cool.
I feel like Turtles is a strong happening. Turtles will
You
license...
think strong happening?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, there's not
Turtles are
exactly
licensed to
that much
anything.
in that. Yeah,
And there's no
not
guns.
much in that IP.
There's a lot
that-
of iconic characters. I don't think this will be a full set, but a secret layer with, like 3 or 4 layers. One with all the guys, one
That
with
fucking
the
layer
bad
would fly,
guys.
dude. There's no way I'm not buying that.
Exactly, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
yeah.
You know, and they'll figure out a way to be like, oh, you can run all 4 of them as your commander, or maybe like, you know,
Oh, that'd be wild.
maybe the
Ninjutsu with food tokens
Oh my
as
God.
pizza. Oh God. There's so much going on here. There's so many equipment as well.
I mean,
like, you
Splinter
got
could be your commander, so when Splinter ETBs, you can like search up all the turtles and put them into your hand.
Oh,
Bro, I just want to
yes.
play like Bebop and Rocksteady as partners of a commander deck. That would be just the video game kid in my in the core of my soul. Bebop and Rocksteady are such iconic characters to me across cartoons and movies and video games. That was always the first boss, right? Was Bebop and Rocksteady was the first boss in all the TMNT games.
Did you see that new movie? The most recent TMNT movie?
The new animated one was from
with
Seth
Jackie
Rogen.
Chan?
No, I haven't seen it. Nope.
Oh,
Not
dude,
yet.
you gotta watch that.
Oh,
You gotta watch
100%.
That was
But
fantastic.
I will say this: Turtles is Nickelodeon, y'all. That means that if they book this, if they ink
This is
this
who
deal,
knows.
you got opening.
Yeah.
You got opening to that.
I think this is who knows territory here.
It's gonna depend on if they want to work with Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Huge though.
Nickelodeon is hurting. I feel like Nickelodeon would be down.
They can't do Thundermans 2. A Looney Tunes stage. You better stop. A Looney Tunes. We have friends over there still. A Looney Tunes stage spectacular.
Yeah.
No. Looney Tunes. I don't. Oh, Nickelodeon Commander set where every deck is a different IP.
Hold on.
Could I get the Legends of the Hidden Temple Commander deck? I want Oltek as my commander, please. Penis.
Looney
Thank you
Tunes
for the
will have
information.
weapons though. Looney Tunes is very much like people blow up. There's like the
Dynamite,
whole thing with
hammers.
Like, yeah. Yes. It very well could.
I would love a Looney Tunes secret lair. I would buy the shit out of this. We were a big Looney Tunes family growing up. So
Were you?
Oh,
You were
yeah.
a big Looney Tunes family?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Zero, that's what I'm talking about. If they open the door to Nickelodeon, it's going to be a wellspring. Hey Arnold, Angry Bee. I mean, the list is infinite. The list is infinite of excellent IPs from the past that they could mine for Nickelodeon crossovers. Honestly, I'm so middle of the road on Looney Tunes. I actually think this is not happening. When was the last time you saw Looney Tunes do anything? Wasn't there even a movie that they were trying to develop and they canceled because they were like,
that's a Warner,
why the fuck are we doing
Warner
this?
Brothers property.
Looney Tunes? Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not like ruling it out completely. My gut is saying who knows.
We can't say who knows for every single one, but I hear you.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
I will say this. Differences in cartoons. Like we know that we got Winnie Pooh on Lorcana cards. And then over there they can be like, "Oh, I'm imagining I'm a soldier. I'm imagining I'm a knight. I'm imagining," and that's how they do their violence. I'm imagining I'm a pirate on the high seas, you know. But Looney Tunes, they just had actual violence.
Yeah.
And the characters were just indestructible. Like that was basically the joke, was none of our characters can ever die. They're all indestructible. They can all get thrown off of cliffs and exploded by Acme Dynamite and shot by Yosemite Sam, and everybody's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure Bugs Bunny blasts Daffy Duck in the face with a shotgun and his beak spins around his head a few times and then he pushes it back to the front and he's like, "Don't do that again." So, I mean, this could actually work in the game.
Yeah.
The violence is justified through like the cartoony silliness of it. And it would be cool to play like an instant that's like painted on train tunnel. And it creates a wall out of nowhere or something.
Right.
That would be fun.
I don't know. Where do we put it?
I'm a who knows.
Yeah, let's who knows it. All right, the Bond franchise.
This is such a hard not happening to me. I had to put it on here because number one, I love this franchise. It's one of my personal favorites. Number two, I saw it on the list of highest grossing, IPs of all time, and I was like, damn, James Bond getting up there, because you're not like buying James Bond t-shirts, you know what I'm saying?
Think about it like Walking Dead. Who owns a
Looney Tunes unset, and the universe
who owns
is
the
beyond
Walking
unset.
Dead? Let me look this up. I want to know who owns the Walking Dead.
The Bond group is its own thing. The Bond IP is controlled by a family. Oh, it's the Broccoli's. The Broccoli's own the Bond.
That's right.
The Bond stuff.
That's right. You're right.
And so
I want to know the parent company for Walking Dead, because when I think about the Bond family, right? When I think about like that, lots of good characters. I feel like, the maturity level of it fits well into Magic from that perspective. There's so many episodes that the's tons and tons of stuff to draw from.
Multiple versions of Bond, even the same actor.
Yeah.
But again, you start getting into like, okay,
Halfling with Shadow.
Oh my God, stop.
For real though, anybody who didn't play Odd Job and GoldenEye, you're just like,
yeah, what are you even
yourself?
Doing? It's like with Star Wars, like those contracts with Star Wars are probably created specifically with all of this language in them. What do we do about toys? What do we do about video games? What do we do about, future ads or trailers, old footage? What do we do with that? I like James Bond. There's no action figures. There's no t-shirts. Nobody's getting a Bond Trapper Keeper. Like, that's just not a thing. And if it is, it's very small. And so if it does happen, I could say Secret Lair. I don't know. I'm feeling not. I think it would fit. Happening.
I think it would
dude.
fit in a Secret Lair as well. Yeah, we could go not happening. It is kind of weird though, because it's like, if before The Walking Dead, you had said to me, Walking Dead is going to be a Magic the Gathering thing,
like too adult,
I would have been like, what?
Yeah, too violent, too adult.
But it does have zombies, which are very much a creature type in Magic the Gathering.
Well,
so there is
honestly, like, if you lean specifically into Pierce Brosnan Bond, specifically, you can go the like campy super spy route, and it's all gadgets and his watch and the silenced pistol if you want to do guns, but like Pierce Brosnan's Bond is the most likely to have some sort of like invisible parachute tech, and like they kind of did some of that stuff with Craig, but it was toward the end of the run for him, and it never got super campy. I mean, the EMP watch in the final episode of him was used mostly as a campy joke, but it was still like something that Q designed as anyway. This one is weird, and it's complicated. It's the guns part.
Well, we can go
man.
not happening with it. At this point, I'm just kind of like, all right, I kind of see where you're coming from.
What do you think of the Peanuts? You want to play Snoopy as your commander? Other direction here.
I think this is just who knows. But it is weird to know that this is a massive IP, because I don't ever really think of this as like a huge IP, dude.
Huge. Higher grossing than Grand Theft Auto.
I see it as a Secret Lair, so I'm not ruling it out.
Warcraft. I feel like this is happening.
So Warcraft has a dead game, or not. I'm not saying Warcraft the PC game is a dead game. The card game. The card game is a dead game.
What about Hearthstone? Not dead at all.
Oh, well, Hearthstone is far from dead.
Thriving.
Even Magic the Gathering players love Hearthstone.
But I honestly think that this will happen. Hearthstone doesn't have any plans to go physical ever, it seems. I mean, I feel like that would have already happened. And excuse me. And so knowing that the World of Warcraft TCG, which wasn't that bad, by the way.
I would love if they did this with StarCraft, not gonna lie.
Warcraft, yeah,
is
I feel
like
like
one of
that's
those,
kind of
like,
bundled in, right?
oh,
That's one
baby.
of those where you're in the Hall of Doorways at that point. And so Warcraft and StarCraft, I feel like would go hand in hand, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like an Ultramarine.
No
I've
arena
always
release,
loved
probably,
that.
Tom. I could see that, but Tom, there was no arena release for Warhammer. There was no arena release for. Oh, there was one other major one that didn't get digital at all. Doctor Who didn't go on.
Yeah.
MTGO didn't go on arena. I think this is happening though. Star Trek.
All right, so I'm looking up who owns Star Trek.
Paramount produces all of their content.
Okay, so it's owned by Paramount and CBS.
There you go.
Star Trek is an American media franchise owned by Paramount and CBS. All right, so Paramount. All right, we have had.
Paramount would be Nickelodeon too, by the way.
That's true. I would wonder, because when I think about what we've had, for example, like a big IP that we had recently this year is Jurassic Park, right?
Right.
And Jurassic Park is a Universal.
That's Universal, right? That's at the
is
theme
Universal.
park.
So, like, it would come down to, I wonder how closely. I don't know. Star Trek is never. Does Star Trek have its own card game? I don't think it does.
I think it has.
It has.
Look, we got a subject matter expert in chat. Dom said
Is someone
Paramount
there?
just laid off 800 people. I bet they're looking to sell, so I wouldn't expect this until that's done. It did a long time ago, chat saying.
Jeez.
T Wolf and David said.
Paramount just laid off 800 people. That's wild.
Yeah, so they've got a dead TCG. Bro, I could... yeah, so Dama, timeline is something that's kind of tough
Star Trek,
on these
Doctor
because,
Who?
like,
I mean, how close are we? We're so fucking close.
I feel like either fans of either are gonna eviscerate you over that, but
that's fine. They can, but that's how I feel about it.
Yeah,
when I look at Doctor Who,
right?
Doctor Who being surgically implanted into Magic the Gathering,
right?
Yeah, that sci-fi shit, it feels the exact same. Star Trek is a massive IP. There's tons of characters. There's tons of.
So as far as timing goes, like Dom, Jake and I definitely think that DC is going to happen, but I would also assume that they're not going to let it step on Marvel's toes. So we're talking 10 years out, but happening. Star Trek, I put in the same boat because dude, like I just pulled a picture of Kirk era. We've got an entire other era that is enormous for this IP, and then we've got a ton of fucking offshoots after that. And so, the depth of IP here is insane. So much coverage. Alex, I don't know if there's going to be a Grey's Anatomy secret layer, but I've got my fingers crossed. Star Trek, I think, is happening.
That'd be great.
Grand Theft Auto. I argued with myself to put this one on the list because I don't think it's a good fit, but it is one of the top grossing. I mean,
I'm gonna say not, dude. This is like the first like real one of the list where I'm like not strongly no.
When remember, chat, they
don't need it. Rockstar is like a $1 billion company, aren't they?
Yeah, but
like they sell so fucking much on that marketplace.
Not as much as Peanuts.
Really?
I mean, Peanuts is. Oh my god.
Where do they make their money? On greeting cards? Like where?
Dude, Hallmark. It's theme parks.
Oh, theme parks.
No, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's probably like they made all their money back in 1986 and they just made so much then.
Oh, Dom is saying if they've resisted Fortnite, then it's not a thing. So you're saying if Grand Theft Auto didn't go over to Fortnite, then there's no reason for them to. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Grand Theft Auto, when that new game comes out,
name two characters. Name three characters.
From what?
Grand
GTA?
Theft Auto. Yeah. Any world.
I haven't
game.
played it in so long.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And it's weird because my favorite game that really like changed gaming for me was the open world GTA 3 experience on PlayStation 2.
Exactly.
Where it was just like,
same for all of us. Same for a lot of millennials.
Right. For a lot of people, that was like a game where it was like, wow, I am like
changed
able
what a game
to drive
could be.
around a whole city and I'm able to like,
I mean, we're still the era where like Simpsons Hit and Run was the shit back in the day. But I mean, you know, this game, Halo 2, opened our eyes to online play, right? Like
Trevor's flavor text. Oh my god.
Right. Trevor would be one, CJ would be one, but my point is there's not only is it all about glorifying hyper violence and the dregs of society,
the characters are not wholesome.
Right, exactly.
It's like,
and there's not a depth of a content there either, because it's very like we let the player do what they want to do. And so I think I'm with you on
like for example, there's a big difference in playing like Thanos and playing Trevor.
Right.
And it's interesting because like Trevor, you know, you could almost compare to Negan. Right. But even with Negan and Trevor, it comes down to like, and even as someone who didn't play a lot of GTA, the most recent one, I know who Trevor is and I know that character. And Negan, I think, would be probably the closest comparison. But even then, Negan has more of like a mystique where Trevor is just a bottom of the barrel degenerate, right? Negan is not very wholesome.
Dragon Ball.
I hate Negan's arc. Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z. Dragon.
I think they would have to be open to it, but I'm pretty sure Dragon Ball Z has its own card game, doesn't it?
I don't know if it's an active game.
Exactly, D-Hammer. There is no good guy.
I think that this is happening. I really like Dom's justification, or like one of Dom's guideposts on trying to make these calls is, if Fortnite had it, that at the very least means that company is open to it. And that's step one. That's why we're true. Like,
so Dragon Ball kind of comes into like a happening kind of zone, right?
Oh yeah. I really think so. So I had a discussion with somebody online about Demon Slayer earlier today. I don't think that Demon Slayer would fit into MTG very well. I think that you'd also have a lot of difficulty selling in the Western side cards to Middle America with demon written all over them. But that could also be like very boomer of me, and nobody has a problem with
Magic
it anymore.
has demons all over it, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Demon type is all in it, but there's no like demon set. I don't know. You're killing the demons. You're a slayer of them.
T-Wolf says, okay, boomer.
Yeah. So I had some people kind of change my mind a little bit on this. I personally have not watched much of this. I've watched a little bit of it.
I haven't seen it.
I don't know anything about it.
I'll check it out though. I'll give it a watch. I like some anime.
This is tough. This one's a tough one. I think it goes.
But I'm like very much like mainstream anime. Like I watched like all of Death Note, and I watched Attack on Titan. I watched stuff like that. You know, I've seen Akira.
Not me.
But it's like I don't dig super deep into all of it. I have watched some One Piece, and I do like One Piece.
I watched the first episode of live action of One Piece. I thought it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Probably so, right?
I'm a happening on this.
Yeah.
It's owned by Saban. That's right.
Oh, it's not Bandai?
Did Saban? Oh, it's Fox. No, Hasbro. Hasbro owns Power Rangers.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Hasbro bought it in 2019 or 2018. Started selling stuff with it in 2019.
Gotcha. So that's like matter of time territory, right?
Yep. Only matter of time.
Yeah.
Now, can you believe that all of these franchises have made more money than Mario and Friends?
Really? It's because Nintendo is so weird. Nintendo is just like, no, you can't have it.
Oh, Power Rangers isn't associated with Super Sentai anymore. Got it. Yeah,
I'm
Power
gonna
Rangers.
say definitely not happening ever is where I'm at with this.
Yeah, Nintendo won't
See what
let
chat
anyone
says.
do
Dom
anything.
is saying never happening.
I mean, you were talking
Yeah,
about
like, why would
attaching
they
Skull
ever?
Clamp to Ron
They're
Weasley.
never gonna do it.
No, attaching Skull Clamp to Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse. Like,
Never gonna do it.
ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. So
What is
does
this?
Pixar fall into the same category?
I'm gonna say that the Pixar shit is probably not gonna show up.
I feel like Pixar
I think
would
that's
be more on the
Lorcana.
table.
That's Lorcana territory,
Yeah,
dude.
you're right. You're right.
Why would they do that? They have all that in their back pocket, 100%.
Yeah, you're right. Why would they? Yeah, it's. I mean,
Now-
that we did put Star Wars in. Who knows? And Disney fully owns all that shit.
Now here, I'm saying not happening.
Yeah, I'm with you on this.
Now with this next one, I'm definitely saying that this is happening for a number of reasons. Transformers and Jurassic Park. And this is a universal property. It has vehicles. It has a huge cast of characters that you can put.
Dude, so much depth of IP here.
There's
It's
so
insane.
much depth of IP on Fast and the Furious. And this is what's crazy is I mean, I really think that this will happen. 100%.
Fast and Furious 10 Part 2 will be released in cinemas April 4, 2025.
Yeah.
So
This
Dwayne the John Rock Johnson.
all of it, dude. I can already see it. It's going to be a secret layer minimum that looks exactly like the D&D one that has all those characters set up next to their flashy cars or jumping off a helicopter, hanging on a helicopter,
Yeah, it's not about
riding
flashy
a
cars
speedboat.
anymore. Now the franchise is about Luke
Explosions.
jumping a tank out of a space station into a underwater base and driving the tank around on the ocean floor and blowing up the underwater base.
It's like that movie where it's like all in first person shooter. You remember that movie where it's like the guy is just running around?
Is it Postal or something? I don't know.
It was like a first person shooter. It's like that.
February is the Death Race set.
Harry.
Bro,
That's what it was. Harry.
Doug
That's
just reminded me. We've got the Rocket League, Mad Max, Fast and Furious Death Race set.
It's hardcore
happening
Harry.
at the same time as this movie's about to come out. This one's already inked. Jake, I'm with you, man. I feel like this one is confirmed and on the books.
Yeah, now Dom is saying NBC Universal already did Jurassic, and they had to work with Amblin on that, so this would be easier.
Bro.
And Fast and the Furious fans are rabid.
Yes. Hardcore. And bro, this is that'll be our hot take from this video. Is
All
that
right, Pirates of the Caribbean.
we're gonna get a Fast and Furious secret lair.
Pirates?
Yeah,
easily.
Pirates,
Easily ushered into pirate
monsters,
sets.
skeletons, zombies, ghosts.
Next time we go to Ixalan.
vehicles,
Seems pretty easy to incorporate in.
equipment.
God, when you start to think about Ixalan and you're like, well, there's pirates and there's dinosaurs, and this was the set that we came up with that is going to fit the most IPs for the future.
The issue with this one, and Chad is poking on it here.
Yeah.
Owned by
I know.
Disney. Could be Lorcana. It's not in Lorcana
I
yet,
would
right?
say, like,
none of these are
I
in
don't-
Lorcana yet.
I do not think that Disney...
Yeah, but Disney owns Star Wars, y'all. We can't keep going, yeah, probably Star Wars, and then go, well, Disney owns this, so there's no fucking way. I'm a not happening
I think
on this.
Disney is going to keep all of their stuff for their game.
I think Jack Sparrow is too Disney and good of a character and tied into all of their shit. I know that they cut ties with Johnny Depp, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, so Lorcana has not seen anything that's not been an animated IP.
I mean, Marvel is Disney, right? And Marvel is coming here.
That's exactly right. That's why I keep saying we can't just go anymore. We can't just go, this is owned by Disney. It's an automatic no. Looking at princesses, looking at Minnie Mouse having a skull clamp on. But Davy Jones with a skull clamp on, they'll be like, hell yeah, bro, get in there. Holding a sword of feast and famine.
I would put it in with Star Wars under Who Knows.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
That's where I'm at. Sesame Street.
A really adult, violent, drug use, a lot of nudity.
You're talking about Wonder Chosen?
I'm talking about Wonder Chosen.
Oh my God.
Mark liked Minnie Mouse with a skull clamp. Elmo with a skull clamp attached. Bert, come try this skull clamp.
Yeah. Weird, and my gut leans toward not happening.
Ultraman.
I don't know what Ultraman is.
Ultraman, also known as the Ultra series, is a Japanese science fiction media franchise, which began with Ultra Q and the eponymous television series in 1966 and became an international pop culture phenomenon. Images of Ultraman when you just search Ultraman.
I could see this. I could
easily see this. This could absolutely happen.
I know what this is. I thought I didn't know what this is, but I do. I could see this.
Oh, did Netflix get an Ultraman?
This is a vibe, dude. Everybody's vibing. They all look kind of the same.
Yeah, they're all like, we are Ultraman. And it's like, who is who?
It's like, you don't know. It's
very Power Rangers-y to me. It looks like, people in rubber suits that are meant to be large.
Yeah.
I really like that this is
it's
one
so
of his
out of
moves.
touch, it's perfect. Right, Lainey?
Yeah, everybody will be like, what? Okay, secret layer Ultraman.
Right, exactly. It exudes confidence. If we got Godzilla, they'll keep tapping into... Of course. Yes.
When they've been trying to... look at a bunch of their moves over the last year or two. They've been trying to re-engage the Japanese audience in a big way. Honestly, I think One Piece is crushing them over there. Yeah. Absolutely destroying them over there. So they're trying to get some of that market share back over in Japan.
Right.
I think Ultraman is happening.
Yeah.
One of the biggest IPs of all time.
All right, let's talk about this one that is near and dear to our hearts, and then because we grew up on this. Like, this is like Scranton, our show.
What? The electricity.
This is like in our
blood. They call it
that
because of the electricity.
I am gonna say, because it's NBC and Universal, and we have had Universal, that it's not ruled out, right?
I don't see how this could ever possibly work.
I'm gonna say it's happening 100%.
Every creature, I'm saying it's never not. Okay, what does Dwight have? First strike? Does Dwight have haste?
Probably. And here's the thing: is Michael Scott will flip into Date Mike.
I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't play the shit out of Date Mike as my commander,
right?
Or equip Dwight's basketball face mask for +1/+0.
Dude, there is so much. Talk about depth of IP. You have all these characters and they're different.
Jokes, right? The end
you could
jokes
have Golden
insane.
Face. Imagine if they all flipped into their character from
Threat Level Midnight.
You have normal Jim, but on the back it's the exact same card, but it's Jim in Golden Face variant. Right?
It absolutely could not be a full set. Dom said secret liar. I think that it could be a secret layer, Dom, which is what I think you were saying.
Yeah.
if it was going to be a thing, is what I'm saying, I think it would have to be a secret layer, just because there is a lot of depth to mine for a small set, but if you're looking at Assassin's Creed level set, 100 cards, that's a lot.
Right.
That is a lot.
Right. This is not getting 100 cards.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it's not getting a big
like,
push, but I don't want to rule it out.
That would be awesome. Toby
Brett
as the
Midnight
Scranton
as a
Strangler.
Saga.
Oh my god, dude. Toby as the Scranton Strangler would be hilarious.
Creed has Death Touch. Oh my god. And it's like the mung beans. Oh my god.
Do we know what Assassin's Creed level set? Yeah, Assassin's Creed level set, Gio, when I say that, I mean a set of around 100 cards. The Assassin's Creed level set is twice the size of the Aftermath set from March of the Machine. That's confirmed. 100 cards big. And that feels appropriate for a mid-tier juggernaut IP like Office. It is a cultural force. It's not pulling down as much money as Snoopy,
classic.
Obviously.
But we got something like Creep Show, right?
Yeah.
Where Creep Show is like, what the shit, right?
Right, but
that
in a
showed
secret
up in
layer.
a secret layer.
Yeah, Dom is like, silliest stuff goes in the secret layer, so yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty silly.
So
pretty silly.
I'm strong not happening, you're strong happening.
Yeah.
How strongly do you feel? Are we putting this in happening, or are we putting this in who knows?
I'm putting it in happening 100% because it's owned by Universal.
We'll put it there. And look,
it's an NBC show.
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. And
make it happen.
All I'm saying is I wouldn't put money on this.
Manifest it. Okay, everybody.
Jake, tell us about this little known IP called Wayland Yutani Core. I'm not sure what that is.
That is part of the stuff that I don't care about the most. This is an IP that would absolutely be a secret layer. I don't think it has the depth in order to have.
No.
You know, there are a ton of characters.
I was gonna say, I think it could have the depth, but not recognizability of that depth.
Right. It's one of those things where just give me a secret layer of it, please. Yeah. Just give me, you know, like the characters from the original movie or the second movie. There's a lot that you can pull from. I even like the third movie, unpopular opinion, but yeah, I think there's a lot to pull from. And I would love if Alien made it in.
3 is the basketball scene?
That's no, 3 is where they crash land and they're in the correctional facility on a planet. Yeah, 4 is Alien Resurrection, and that's that one is fine. It's fine.
It's campy.
It's a fun time.
It's a little goofier. It's goofier than the first 3.
It is. Like one,
but strangely enough, that's the one I've seen the most.
Pretty serious.
4 was on TV all the time, dude.
Resurrection was on TV all the time. That's the one
I've seen the most because it was always on TBS.
TBS, dude.
USA and TBS would just play that shit whenever they could. Because it was
Prometheus is great.
Goofy, but she was scantily clad the whole time, so it was like badass, sexy woman, lead character. You know, you got Ron Perlman in there doing Ron Perlman things.
Fucking love Ron Perlman, dude.
Bro,
Ron Perlman. 4
is probably cult classic at this point. It was not good when it came out, but it was goofy as shit.
As an Alien super fan, I see 1 and 2 as like the Holy Bible. Yeah, and then I see 3 as like
2 sides of the same coin.
Right. 1 is an action movie and 1 is a suspense horror movie, and they both work beautifully together, and they're both very different. And then you have Alien 3, which is a movie that was kind of cobbled together, and it had a bunch of different directors, and when they finally brought David Fincher in to finish it, he was working with what was already there, and he had to kind of rewrite a lot of it. But it still works for me, and it's probably because I saw it as a kid, and so I just have nostalgia for that movie, even though a lot of people don't like 3.
There's a good...
Now 4... Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say there's a good Red Letter Media episode on specifically Alien Resurrection. And it's just...
I would love to... Really I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
Because I've watched them talk about the first couple movies, but...
Yeah.
Alien Resurrection is absolutely worth including in that franchise of those 4, in my opinion, as a Alien super fan. I see that movie as being part of that story. It explains what happened to Ripley after all of it.
Right.
And then everything outside of those 4 movies can absolutely fuck off and doesn't exist, except for like the Prometheus stuff and that contained series. But Alien versus Predator, all of the spin-offs, that like that kind of shit all sucks. But like the Prometheus stuff and the original 4, perfect.
I think this is happening.
Kind of thing.
I'm with you on this is happening.
Please just let it happen. Predator, same thing.
Predator, same thing. It's basically the same freaking thing. I mean, these two go hand in hand. I feel like, honestly, I see 3 secret layers with this product. I see Alien Secret Layer, and you get the biggest hits from the whole series. You get Ripley, you get maybe Bill Paxton as a Marine, you get an alien, you get Mother Alien, you get a face hugger, you get
the Queen.
You get the Queen, you get like, what's his name? David from the Prometheus line?
Yes.
What's his face?
Fassbender.
The android. Yeah, Fassbender's character. You get him. Yeah. You get, I mean, like, none of the other stuff from Prometheus is like iconic enough to pull. Maybe one of the big pale guys as like some sort of weird
Prometheans?
Yeah. As, like maybe. But
yeah,
like I feel like that's it. But then you have Predator on there as well. And the problem with Predator is like, how many cards? Name 2 or 3 cards outside of Predator.
There's like a few different Predators, and then the problem with Predator is like the first 2 movies are amazing, and then the other Predator stuff kind of falls into that same kind of Alien thing. So when they start coming up with more Predators and they start putting the Predator versus Alien, it loses a lot of potency, because it's like, God, the difference between the original Alien and like an Alien versus Predator movie is night and day.
Yeah. But I still like that stuff though, man. The camp of that.
I do too. It's
and
fun
I gotta
to
be
watch.
honest, like as a kid, seeing a comic book with Alien versus Predator on the cover was the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. And so
it's a crossover, dude. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, that
you
was
got
just
the xenomorph that with the acid blood versus
I think
the
it's
Predator.
happening. I think they will go together. I feel the same way about Terminator. Honestly, like as a 3-way secret layer drop.
Yeah,
I think Alien, Predator, Terminator would make so much money, dude. So much money. One big super drop, Alien, Predator, Terminator, and then you get some like crossover cards. With Predator, you'd have to go, some instants and sorceries that showed off maybe some equipment that would work.
Oh,
I really like K Mungle's suggestion that an instant in the Alien secret layer could be "Get away from her, you bitch." That would be really funny.
Yeah,
I think it'd be really cool. And I'm
Terminator.
I'm in the same
is a tie into the next Urza base set. Exactly.
It's
put
tough.
it in an artifact based thing.
The only piece that's tough, and I made this point earlier, and I saw a couple. I think Dom made this point, is likeness rights. Something like Star Wars. I feel like you're signing your life away to Disney, but do they have the rights? Does Terminator Camp own the rights enough where they can say, you can have Arnold Schwarzenegger's face, go ahead? Or do they have to go ask everybody again? What is the lube? Is this an easy process? I think that's part of all of the conversations for this secret layer team. I would assume is what hoops do we have to jump through before a yes can be obtained, regardless of if you want to say yes or no.
I think
they
like
won't put
with
bitch in a card. I know. I was just making a joke.
With like Predator, right? For example, like on Predator, you would go up to those people and say, hey, how are all of those really crappy movies treating you guys these days? What do you think about getting Predator on some Magic the Gathering cards so that people can, that's, I don't really think there's like with those last 3 that we discussed. And I love them all dearly.
Adrian Brody didn't save the franchise over there?
No.
I thought Adrian Brody was going to save the Predator franchise.
Neither did Keegan Michael Key. And it's just kind of like they're all kind of small. They're small beans when you look at them. Like, I love Alien, but compared to like the depth of Marvel or Star Trek or whatever, there's just,
we're in a different realm.
Pales in comparison.
We're in a very different realm. That's our list, y'all. What do you think? How do we do? Anything we need to adjust?
That is a list.
It's too late. Sorry, can't do it.
It is a list.
The list is locked. Look out for Universes Beyond 2027 when we got Barbie, the Superman Batman drop, the Warcraft expansion, and the Power Rangers Secret Lair.
That's right. That's right. Really crossing my fingers on The Office. Make it happen.
We'll talk to who we can talk to.
Come on. Make it happen.
Jake, we got to talk about new booster packs before we call it a night tonight.
Yeah, let's just jump right into them. Should we just jump right in?
Let's just jump right into it.
Let's do it, dude.
Oh, I did want to show, hang on, I got to show chat this because I feel like I need to defend my honor. Reload, reopen. Oh, here we go. Reopen, close tab.
Ravnica's Coruscant.
All right, so let me show you what I was talking about, chat. This is the list, highest grossing media franchises that have grossed $2 billion or more. And so I understand that it was a Western slant. However, the number one is Pokemon. So get off my ass. But you can see here, Mickey Mouse, Winnie the Pooh, Star Wars, Disney princesses. I did skip Pan Man, which is an Eastern thing, but it's a kid's book. And so, I mean, I guess I should have put this one in there because I did include like Sesame Street and shit, but this is just like only children's stuff. Even though it's their top grossing character in 2002. Wizarding World, Barbie, MCU, Call of Duty I left out because it's literally just about military and I don't feel like
shooting people to death.
Right, I don't think like shooting is a maybe.
It's about blowing up humans.
We're about to see Fallout. We're about to see Fallout. We're about to see what is their tolerance for guns in a set.
Yeah.
But Call of Duty is only that. It's like military sim. I just don't think that they would make a card set glorifying the military. It doesn't sound like this game. Batman I combined into DCU. I did skip Hello Kitty. Again,
we could see it. I could see it.
Equip your skull clamp to Hello Kitty. You can see that?
I could. Yeah, I could. I think it could happen. Resident Evil is a good one. That was one we should have included.
Spider-Man.
Resident Evil I could see.
Spider-Man got folded into MCU. Transformers we've done. DFO, I don't even know what that is. It's a computer game. I skipped it. Cars got folded into Pixar. Candy Crush I skipped because there's no content there. TMNT.
How dare you?
Hey. TMNT, Looney Tunes. I skipped Dora the Explorer. Pac-Man. Lion King got folded in. Toy Story. James Bond. Peanuts. Paw Patrol I skipped. Avengers is confirmed. Frozen got folded in. So you see what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then we're down like Star Trek, Street Fighter we've done. Grand Theft Auto. We're into the single billions here. Dragon Ball. Jurassic Park we've done. Demon Slayer.
Jeez.
Power Rangers. Okay. Sesame Street down here. That's about as far as I went. But then you start seeing the shit splintered off sections that are all combined in. And I'll look at this right here, y'all. Middle Earth. Everybody being like, oh, Middle Earth is the biggest franchise that they could ever get for this. I can't imagine them ever getting a bigger franchise. I mean, you look and hang on. Let me do this one more time just to give you a visual here, because there's a few IPs with a bit of depth that are above Lord of the Rings as the most holy of holy IPs that can never be beat. So I just wanted to show you all that.
I'm going to look up what this Pokemon thing is.
I'm going to have to look into this. Mickey Mouse and Friends.
1996.
That sounds like fun.
If I could go back to 1996, I would be like, Mom, let's get an extra Pokemon Red and keep it sealed. That would be my pitch to my mom, and she'd be like, son, you're lucky I'm getting you this Game Boy game right now.
Go get a job, you piece of shit.
I'd be like, but Mom, if you get an extra one, and she'd be like, hush, you.
I mean, if we're doing that, we're just going to go around all the LGSs and buy every reserve list card.
I'd go back and buy Nvidia at fucking $2 a share. Changed my life.
Tale as old as time.
I love Nvidia. I'm no longer a bear.
All right. Thank y'all for doing the tier list brands with us. The Universes Beyond explosion is quite noteworthy. And we will see what is happening with that next. Got one more thing we want to talk about. Real quick reminder, I need some crowns in chat. All hail the Stream Monarch. Quantum with the 10 gifted. All hail Quantum. Crowns in chat.
That's right.
Crowns in chat.
No buzz. I'm a bull now. I was a bear, but now I'm a bull.
So
I'm so excited for this.
We found out on a weekly MTG stream. Blake runs these every week. This video, this stream, they had Magic the Gathering product architects Max McCall and Zakeel Gordon. And they talked in depth in a video that I really loved. It's an hour long, but I highly recommend you go watch it.
Yeah.
And it's just a conversation. Watch it on 1.5. It doesn't have to be 57 minutes long. All I'm saying is that the video was good. And I really liked how they pulled back the curtain on how they make decisions leading into designing a set, how they make decisions based on lessons learned from a set, who they have to appease, who gets decisions at any given point. It was just a really fascinating stream overall. Really good conversation. And I think that everybody needs to go watch this. However,
for those of you who aren't going to watch it,
we got this. So basically the TLDR is that the Aftermath packs that we all hated, March of the Machine Aftermath Epilogue boosters, people liked the cards inside, and opening them was a pile of trash. Awful.
Yeah, because the repeats, and I actually opened a box of this.
There were 50 cards in this set.
And so you end up getting 4 to 6 versions of each card minus the stuff that's like mythic. But like all the rares, you end up with like full play sets of rares. Brian, you are late. We're on our final segment, but if you do want to go back and watch, you've got like 2 hours and 20 minutes of video to check out. If you want to, we've talked about the investor call where Chris Cox mentioned that we are going to be doing 2 big Universes Beyond sets. We've talked about a tier list. Stream? Yeah, I'm just letting him know like kind of like the main things that we went through. But now we're talking about the new booster packs.
So March of the Machine, the Aftermath Epilogue boosters were a dead on arrival product to open. The cards were cool though. And internally, their justification for having the Aftermath sets, period, was to answer people like me who wanted more story, who liked the old block system, where we got to spend time on a plane. They talked about, though, yeah, everybody's got a favorite plane, and there are major planes that are like a ton of people's favorites, but a lot of times those only account for like 15%, 20% of responders. And so, yeah, it's like people love it and they want to go back, but not every plane is that way for everybody. And even when you've got a majority or the most people responding for a certain plane, if it's still only 15 to 20% of your responders, like that's not a great indicator that we need to just spend all the time there. And that makes sense from a business point of view. Why would you want to go back to a set like right now? Don't you think they want to wash their hands of murders out? Definitely not Ravnica or Capenna, and just move on. So what they did was they designed these epilogue boosters as a way of, number one, providing closure to stories and more lore in a small way that's not a draftable set, and number two, print cards right into Modern.
Printing cards into Modern, this is something that we were talking about earlier tonight.
The issue was that nobody liked it. And so what they did, they were so sure that this was going to work, y'all, that they had already planned it for future sets. They were like, this is a home run of an idea. Everybody's been wanting more blocks, or everybody's been talking about wanting more story. Boom, here we go. We don't have to take the time to design a draftable set. We'll just print the cards. They can go straight into other formats, and the story people are happy, and the play people are happy. So what they did was, for Outlaws at Thunder Junction, they just scrapped that whole idea. They folded the cards that were supposed to be in the epilogue boosters into the regular set. And they were kind of coy in the video about exactly what that means or where we're going to see those. So I bet we're going to get way more information on that in the MagicCon Chicago reveal panel, which is a week from Friday, where they're showing off Modern Horizons 3, Bloom Burrow, Fallout, and Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
And that is the big one, Assassin's Creed, because instead of having epilogue boosters, they are now going to have beyond boosters. 1 to 3 uncommon non-foils. Slot 4 non-foil land or scene, which they said is definitely going to be in Assassin's Creed. We're going to have more scene sets, scene cards. Non-foil rare or mythic in your 5th slot. A traditional foil in 6th slot. I'm assuming that can be any rarity. You got your booster fun in slot 7, non-foil or foil. And then you got your token or ad card. The biggest difference with these, and what they said they think will be the big difference, is that Assassin's Creed is a 100 card set versus the epilogue of Aftermath, which was a 50 card set. So, overall,
I just got to see it. It's so hard for me to even put my finger on this and figure out exactly what I want out of this product. And
I'm the same way. It's going to be all about how it feels to open, because this is going to be their first, their second mid-tier release. No, their third.
Eric, Thunder Junction is not canceled.
No, Thunder Junction is not canceled. They were going to do an epilogue set. They were going to have the Thunder Junction epilogue, specifically so that they could have more story and they could print cards around standard. But people didn't like opening the packs, and so for them it's a non-starter. Doesn't matter how good the idea is in other arenas, people have to want to open the packs.
Jank, from how I'm reading this, yes, you could open 4 mythics based on what I'm looking at here. You would have to get a mythic on the blue star, and then the slot number 5 is a rare or mythic, and it says that explicitly. And then the green star is, it can be an uncommon as well. So yes, you would have to get very lucky, but from how this reads, you should be able to get 4 mythics in some of these packs.
Yeah, here we go. Contents of the packs associated will be modern legal, have reprints, and have the chance to have up to 4 rares or mythic rares.
Yeah.
Oh, so they did, by the way, the set is increased and the number of packs in a box is decreased down to 24.
Right. Exudes Confidence says Aftermath would have been fine at half price packs. It's pretty much there at this point. That product has bottomed from where it first was when it came out.
The big takeaway from this, chat, is not to get overwhelmed by now there's a new booster type. Just think of these as what's going to be in the Universes Beyond products that are like this medium size from now on, or for these types of sets. It's so weird to keep this straight, chat, because you've got Doctor Who, which was 4 commander decks and collector boosters, and the collector boosters were just basically kick-ass versions of the cards in the sets and serialized and stuff like that. And no, there were different cards too. And then now with Fallout, you're going to have the same deal where you got 4 commander decks, but you got collector boosters as well. Assassin's Creed, I'm not 100% sure on yet. Is it going to also get a collector booster? I would assume so, right?
I would assume so.
I would assume they're going to get the full run, the commander decks and the
play booster.
And the play booster. I don't think they're getting the play booster.
Is the play booster already being set sale?
No, just not for this.
Oh, because it's like a Beyond boosters.
The main way of distribution is the new beyond boosters. Bond boosters. Da-na, da-na.
So they never intend for Assassin's Creed to be a draftable set. That's what I'm seeing here. Like where we've drafted Lord of the Rings multiple times.
Yeah.
This is not going to be something that people draft.
It stands to be seen. Like I said,
okay.
On not this Friday, but next Friday.
Right.
On the 23rd. Yes, next weekend is MTG
We're gonna get
Chicago. And on the 23rd, in the middle of that, is going to be the big reveal panel from MC Chicago.
Ooh,
and that's going to have Outlaws of Thunder Junction, Assassin's Creed, Modern Horizons 3, and Bloomburrow. So hopefully that will give us at least packaging for Assassin's Creed, because that is, I mean, that's in July.
Sure.
I mean, we haven't yet seen the packaging for Outlaws at Thunder Junction. We have seen the packaging for Fallout. But that's, I mean, that starts revealing next week.
And Buzz is saying no Commander decks. Got it.
No Assassin's Creed Commander decks. Got it. Yeah, Maggie, Fallout rollout starts next week. Starts at the beginning of next week.
Just like Fallout standard and collector's Commander decks. Got it. Okay.
Like I said, the big takeaway is not to be overwhelmed by that one. I think it's just the booster type that's coming with this type of product, and we'll learn it, and then it'll be normal to get used to. I don't think that we're going to have to deal with beyond boosters a lot. I think that we are mostly in a world nowadays of play boosters and collector boosters.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where they want us to be. And, you know, we're not going to get to talk about it very much in this stream, but the murders at Karlov Manor play boosters have in multiple spots taken a serious nosedive from where their intended value, I guess without a suggested MSRP, their intended value was to be, which like was around that $140 to $150 range per box, and those are taking a big dive.
Man, I'll tell you, I've seen some nutty stuff. Ugh.
See, now this is getting into like a territory where they're going to read this and they're going to say everything needs a Universes Beyond thing tied in. They're going to
That's
come
why
to some
I feel like this is reactive
where...
from Chris, man, because it's just like Ravnica's not even selling MTG sets anymore. What the hell are we doing? Like, this whole set was pivoted off of Capenna because they were like, there's no characters that people relate to and nobody's going to be interested.
The Surveil lands are good. Shout out to the Surveil lands.
Shout out Surveil lands. You know how boring that sounds?
And that white enchantment, Trouble in Paris.
The Commander enchantment. 9,622 boxes total sales, y'all. Let's look at Ravnica remastered. Oh, they're having a rough start to the year here. 2,000 boxes total. And then you look at Lost Caverns and you see 20,000 boxes nearly.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, what did this have? And I'm like, Mana Crypt. Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park Mana Crypt on top of a plane that everybody loves and we've only been to one time in 2 sets. That were back to back. Because that was the like end of the blocks. Dude. Yeah,
dinosaurs are cool.
Dinosaurs and vampires and pirates and like merfolk. There's something for everybody in that. There's something for everybody in that.
Yeah.
But then you look at Murders at Karlov Manor and you're just like, damn.
Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, $757,000 is great, but when one CEO expects to get that on their paycheck, you know, there's no money for anybody else.
You want to see what the big problem is here? 500 collector booster boxes total. Nobody.
No one wants to buy that blingin' ass shit that
nobody
that is
cares
just the exact
about
same price as the fucking other shit.
Nobody cares.
They're all buying specifically the card they want.
Nobody cares.
And then the serialized thing, it's so astronomically low for you to pull something serialized, which is a whole other conversation, which is the future of serialized cards and their success, which is
serialized
less is going to be
boring.
more.
I sleep. Serialized, I sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to call.
Chat, what's not tough to call is the end of the stream. That's it for us tonight. We had a fun time. I had a fun time anyway. Happy Valentine's. All hail our final stream on our quantum mechanic. All hail, all hail.
And he got me this very sweet card.
Happy Valentine's to everybody. Oh, look at the cat gym.
Yeah. All these cats are doing their workouts. They're all very much in the zone right here.
Everybody have a wonderful rest of your night. Everybody, we will talk to you very soon. New video tomorrow. When do we get to watch more Joel Bozo? Bro, we got a channel to get to 100K before we worry about Joel getting angry about Fortnite channel. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your
to deal with.
Yeah, we got Magic Fortnite to deal with. Have a good night, y'all.
If you just got here and you're like, oh man, I want to go skip through, but I don't have the chapters, just give me about 20 minutes and I'll get chapters on this video and you can kind of skip through and look at the main topics.
Love you all. Go watch our new video tomorrow. There will be a new video tomorrow.
We appreciate y'all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's, friends.
Happy Valentine's, everybody.